Let's run the trailer. Yeah, we both have places on there. There we go.
Well, well,
Perfect.
well, welcome everybody.
Welcome to the first annual Scuffed Game Awards. I am Redbeard Flynn, and with me is my fantastic co-host, Mr. Guybrush. Hello, Mr. Guybrush.
Hello there. Howdy everybody. We're fancy over here, as you can see.
Very fancy. And look at our wonderful fancy locale that we're in. That is totally
A
on the
lot of
green screen.
expenses on this.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm deeply in debt, and it's starting to get it's very crippling. And yeah, it's not great, but hey, we're here we have fun. So that's what we're here for. I couldn't afford a
What
tie.
is
That's what it came down to. It was this or the
me
tie.
neither, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was the background, it's way more it's better than the sorry, I don't know why Anyway, welcome to the Scarf Awards. Yes,
So
guys, yes.
yeah, so those of you who do not know, this is the first ever and maybe last ever Scuffed Game Awards. It is an award show that is community focused, it is game focused. We only have 17 trailers from Weeb Games. So we're basically this show came from trying to give community a voice and also to celebrate some games that often don't get celebrated. So MMORPGs, there's a lot of awards for them, but there's not necessarily a show for them. So you have like MMORPG.com and Massively all have awards for MMORPGs, but they kind of get squished into this tiny little category of ongoing games in the Game Awards. So I really wanted to focus on elevating some of those and then also elevating some older RPGs, and you'll notice that a lot of the category names are a work in progress, and we'll fix them later.
I mean, have you noticed, guys, in the Game Awards, even this year, there are no MMOs anywhere? Like, what the hell? Where is it's always Final Fantasy 14 or any
Mhm.
random, like, there is never a category like this. Why? Why isn't we had to complain? Okay, that's why we are reveling and we're doing our own stuff over here. So thank you, Red Beer, for coming out with this.
And like we have what Final Fantasy 14 is the one that has actually won the awards before, but I think it's I mean it's mainly because like MMOs are a dead genre, right? Like that's that's what it comes down to, right? There's
Hey, I
no one
just
that
came
plays them.
from rating on WoW, so excuse me. Don't tell me
Exactly.
that.
All right, but the like I was saying, the votes are 100% fan voted. So, and the nominees are 100% fan voted. So, this is all your fault. I had nothing to do with it. This is all you. So, I the winners are the winners. That's all I'll say.
It's so yeah, guys. If you want to complain in front of the mirror, okay? Like this is this is all you.
Either
All right.
that or just go directly to Mr. Guybrush's stream every time he streams and complain there.
I mean, I'm used to it, so that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
You can follow me on sub, all of that. It's fine.
But in the comment section of the YouTube video, once I didn't manage to get it done in time, but once this video goes on over on YouTube, you'll see everyone that is participating, including Mr. Guybrush. So you'll have links to all the wonderful creators you're going to see. Because yes, there are surprises here, ones that I'm very excited about and very thankful for how many people were willing to give a little bit of time to help celebrate games. So at the start of the show, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has contributed. It's I am amazed by you all. That's and even Mr. Guybrush doesn't know who is Mr. Guybrush has no idea about a lot of shit in this.
I literally, guys, we gathered yesterday. We organized this yesterday on a call, and we were like, okay, this, and that, and very like as the name is saying, very improvised, very scuffed. We are being true to the name, okay? But I don't know half of what's going on in here, so I'm just going with it. We're doing this together. I'm a reliable co-host. Whenever like something goes wrong, just blame on me. I will take the hit, okay?
Well, see, but then there is one thing though, because you actually have your own award for this award show, Guybrush.
I mean, that's the whole reason I'm here, guys. We have woof woof. Wait, can I say more? I don't know.
You can say what you want to say. It's your award.
Okay, so there is this very special category, guys, that I decided to name Best Dog 2023 award, and that's all I can say. It's amazing. Okay, I think everybody will like it, and looking forward to that.
It's going to be a very, very interesting award, I'm sure, and one that is actually all of Guybrush's fault because it's his award, right?
Yeah, it's rigged, by the way. Nobody could vote for that.
So again, I direct any complaints about the Scuffed Game Awards to go to twitch.tv/Mr. Guybrush. He is the place where you can lodge all your complaints about everything. So that game that you really wanted to win that lost, go talk to Guybrush, please, not me.
All right, I'm already seeing complaints, so anyway.
You can raise complaints with Mr. Guybrush, Mr. Guybrush.
Not right now. We're busy, sorry.
All right. So should we read? So one of the things that I wanted to do, kind of mention this at the beginning, was in the nomination form. I had 2 questions, and those 2 questions were for people to submit answers for what makes an RPG special to them and what makes a MMO special. Those things I wanted to kind of highlight some of the responses. So should we read? Would you like to read?
How many responses are there? Because I'm reading like what? How many?
Okay. So right before this, I went through roughly 400 fucking responses. See, I waited 7 seconds before cussing on YouTube. I went through 400 responses to pull a bunch of responses for both the MMO and RPG, and I pulled about 24 or so of those for each category, and we will read them throughout the show. But I want to start out with a couple right now. Guybrush, do you have access to that I sent you?
I do, yeah.
Perfect.
I see 19. Is that what I'm looking at? What I should be looking at?
Yeah. So we're gonna start. We'll do one from each. We'll
okay.
And so if you want to read 11.
11. Okay.
On the RPGs.
Or on the okay. Okay, sure. The first list that I'm looking at. Sorry about that.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. So it was the first game genre that captured me, and to this day, it is the only genre that excites me. I grew up without a TV, computer, or game console, but I had books. I read books I don't know how to say this word. Incessantly. I started reading The Wheel of Time. Ooh, that's a cool series. Before I got my first RPG. When I finally got a hand-me-down 80, 400... I guess it's a computer. In the 90s, I got a NES emulator and could play the original Final Fantasy 1. I was hooked.
That's really I love that, seeing the how it's being related to books and everything like that. And there was a lot of like throughout all these RPG commentaries, there's a lot of similarities. A lot of the comments were basically talking a lot about player agency, immersion, and narrative like a book. And of course character and characterization. So
I mean, and if you think about it, back then, like you will grab yourself onto anything that made you fantasize, because there was nothing like nowadays. So you can just go into any game easily. But back then, you had what you had, and that was it.
yeah, it's kind of awesome. So let's go on to this is another one from the RPG submission. And again, thank you everyone who did submit from this. I really appreciate it. When I get immersed into a story, when I truly care about the characters and their experiences, when the world and setting is a place I would love to visit and could see myself in, I'm able to escape the day to day hassle and hustle and bustle of life. That's what makes an RPG special, being able to step into a rich world whose lore I truly care about and love. And that was just like holy shit, that was an amazingly written like like when I was asking for like people to answer these questions, I got a lot of answers that were like no or combat or so out of those
Yeah.
couple hundred there were, but this answer is like poetry. I love this answer.
I love it. Yeah, people really put the souls in the answers.
And I didn't have so it was there are some people that said their names and a lot, but most people did not. People were welcome to say their names if they would like to be like notified, said who they are on stream,
Uh-huh.
but that's what it is right now. All right,
I
so
mean, if
let's
it's you, feel free to say it now,
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
If by any chance you read this, please let us know in the chat. I've got both chats up, Twitch and YouTube. I see a lot of
Oh,
text. I'm
nice.
sorry, I cannot read it all, but I'm gonna go back and read all your comments later. All right, do you want to do number 10 for the MMORPGs, Guybrush?
Okay, 10
Mhm.
of MMORPGs, sure. Jiggle Physics,
You can say the name.
KFC.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I agree. Like any game, any dev that takes the time to do jiggle physics, it's a win in my book. Listen, I think that's a based opinion right there.
I when I saw that one, I was like, I have to save this so Guybrush can say it. Like I needed to save this one for you. And
Like, you know, how many hours are you gonna spend on a MMO? Like, you probably want to see those jiggles to make it worthwhile. All those hours. Like, just saying. A lot of times, like, it's worth creating like whatever it's eye can. Okay, never mind. Anyway, sorry, Rebi. I was going on a tangent, but yeah, let's not.
a tangent about jiggle physics to start the game awards within the first like 10 minutes. We're off to a great start. Speaking of being off to a great start, I want to read this next message. And I know the person who wrote this message. This is about what makes MMOs special. I'm not super into MMOs. Great start for the comment. So the one I truly love is not considered an MMO by most people, and it probably isn't by purest definition, but it's the community of friends. What I mean by that is when I have a group of friends that like a particular MMO and we can group up and play. For example,
Yeah.
Red Dead Online. Perhaps not a traditional MMO, but ask anyone in our friend group about the days of Red Dead, a game so many had, but never had people to play online with. We started playing online and quite literally for about 2 weeks, for 24 hours a day, there were at least 2 to 4 people in my Discord playing Red Dead together. The bonds and friendship formed through the time period, I wouldn't trade for anything. Jay.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
It was
I totally agree.
it was a really like I think it captured a lot of what makes MMOs special there. And so I really wanted
Definitely,
to highlight
100%.
that one. Perhaps a little bit more than the jiggle physics comment, at least anyway.
I mean, both combined would have been the perfect answer, probably. But I.
With
But I totally agree with that. Like that's a reason why, for example, I'm playing WoW nowadays because of community and people gathering together, communities gathering together. Like
with
spot on.
it really is. It's right there. But with that, should we do our first award, Guybrush?
Sure.
Let's see. Let me get this set up. Like here's the part. I had this.
Wait, I see. We're skipping a point though. Is that okay?
You're. Are you gonna hold me to the?
I'm
Oh
following.
yes. Shit.
Very important.
It is a very important point. It is a very, very important point.
All right. So anyway, guys, we got the fans of this stream, this event, are limitless. So we even got the fans to hire a field reporter.
Yeah, again, deep crippling debt.
And he's gonna let us know how the audience is living this event right now. So, Steve, we're connecting to you. Yes. That's right. That's absolutely right. Here we are live. This is Steve in Times Square. It's very cold today. As you can see, we have millions of people gathered for this amazing Game Awards show. People say it's a scuff, but I don't know. You judge at home. Anyway, we have asked some of the audience what do they think. They don't seem to know exactly what they're here for, but they are very excited. We are all very excited for all the nominations, for all the awards. It's gonna be amazing. This is Steve. Back to you to the studio. Red Beer Flinger, Mr. Guybrush. Thank you. Are we out? Back to you. Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
And I was muted. Thank you so much, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is wonderful. Going all the way out to Times Square. That's just incredible. Incredible. And so many fans there, Mr. Guybrush.
Yeah, it seems hot over there. I wonder how things are gonna be. I wonder if Steve will do some like on-site interviews or something. We'll see, I guess.
I hope so. I mean, we didn't. I don't know that we didn't pay Steve, so I don't. But I hope that we will get to hear from Steve again at some point. But before that, we should definitely get into the awards, don't you think?
I totally agree.
And these are awards that I'm very excited to start with. PvE survival games, and these games may sound like a little bit at first, a little bit strange to have, in an award show that's talking about MMOs and RPGs, except the fact that they're kind of like the intersection in the middle. Like they're going more and more that way. They are games that are online games you can bring your friends to play with, and a lot of them are starting to have a lot of RPG elements to them. So I want to start with that, with a winner for the most anticipated survival MMORPG. What are you excited about in this genre, Guybrush?
Right now, after the Game Awards, this is the Superior Game Awards, but on the Inferior Game Awards, they announced Light No Fire. I'm very excited about that, but that probably didn't make it onto the voting because that was like the other day. Other than that, probably Nightingale is called, right?
Nightingale, no. And that's a good one where you have a lot of RPG elements. You even have BioWare as part of, not BioWare themselves, but a former person from BioWare as part of the head of that studio.
I'm excited how that's gonna be. Like you said, probably it's gonna have a lot of MMO aspects.
I think
excited for that.
I think I may have learned my lesson though, not to ever play any of these games with you though, Guybrush.
Why? Like
I think it'll all become clear. I think it'll all be
like clear. I mean, as long as you don't mind being on a basement or falling down a cliff, you can enjoy your time with me. It's fine.
To the awards.
What is this?
It's the winner for the most anticipated survival PvE game.
And the nominees are Valheim's full release,
Enshrouded,
Nightingale,
and Arc 2. And the winner is Nope, that's my phone bill.
Oh, Valheim's full release.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. We first of all, first takes all of that. Gotta love it.
What do you have to say, Mr. Gavrish?
Excuse me, I did not agree for that footage to be there. I'm not happy about my crimes. I mean, my past actions. Still, I did not know about these guys. Excuse me.
I thought it worked out perfectly, given that the lovely BB and J show, BB being the one that you threw off the cliff so cruelly in Valheim, would be the ones to both announce that award, as well as you being here for that reveal of your terrible crimes against them. But thank you so much to BB and J for announcing that award. It is greatly appreciated. It'll be linked in the YouTube comment section. Please go check out their podcast. I believe it is primarily on Spotify now. They are hilarious, as you saw. And thank you, congratulations, proud congratulations to Valheim. It was the first game I
Amazing
ever
game.
streamed. Was actually Valheim. It was incredible for an early.
And you
access
die,
title.
right?
I thought no, I never die in games. I don't know
With a tree.
No. No.
Yeah,
No.
I heard about that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Valheim is a great game. It's one of the. I should have said that game actually. The full release. It's just I don't know why it didn't come to mind. But one of the most fun I ever had with any game was Valheim, and I cannot wait for the full release. I've been holding off since that time to just play the full release so that I don't spoil myself with anything. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Same. They're working hard. I know they're working hard on the Ashlands. I believe is what they've been teasing recently. So that is the next biome that they're releasing, and it's going to be very interesting to see what comes about when the game fully releases, because it's been in early access for a long time. But another game that's been in early access for a long time was Baldur's Gate 3, and they showed that enough data and time in early access can actually do well to serve making a game great. So it's
and with a team very small, by the way.
Yeah, very small.
4 people, as far as I know. They started with Valheim, and they put out a game that could compare with AAA games. So hey,
yep, it's kind of incredible what Valheim has accomplished, and I don't think that the Scuffed Game Awards is going to be a notch, a really important award for them in the grand scheme of things. But I hope that we get to actually see the full release of Valheim in the near future and get to experience the kind of the cultural phenomena that came around that game when it was in early access.
Right. There is no timeline for that, right?
No,
or is there?
no.
Okay.
There's no. We haven't
Just
had an
making
announcement.
sure.
I imagine once we get the Ashlands, that's when we'll get a better picture
All right.
of what's coming soon. And they're heavily teasing it now. So I'm looking forward to something with the Ashlands in the 2024 at least.
Okay. All right.
All right, should we read another couple submissions from the audience about what makes RPGs and MMOs special to them, Guybrush?
Sounds good. Level 12, I was about to say.
Level
12?
level 12. Yeah. Level
Sounds
12.
good.
Go for
All
level
right.
12. Yeah.
Goosebumps. How many times during the story did I just get that full body tingle of goosebumps and excitement when going through the story?
It's very good.
True?
It's
True?
like
Like,
I definitely had goosebumps playing Baldur's Gate 3 multiple times, you know.
yeah, it's
Dragon
the
Age
perfect
Origins 2.
example.
Yeah. There's and even Skyrim, every time I hear the Fusro Da in Skyrim, it still sits with me, you know?
I mean, I haven't really played that game, but I mean, just watching the trailer already gets you like, oh, damn, you know?
Sorry, we had to lose
Oops.
our host because he's never played Skyrim. I don't think I can have that on the show anymore.
At least I'm still here. I'm gonna haunt you as a spirit. I was like, what happened? What happened to me? This wasn't scripted.
It was not scripted.
I mean,
at
actually,
all.
nothing is scripted here. So, like,
we have bullet points, and that's about it. And I already messed
Yeah,
up
yeah,
the
that's it.
bullet points. So, all right, let me read. Let's read mine, which again is a large paragraph.
all right, good.
A good RPG to me is one that allows the player's choice to help shape the world through their characters and their characters' actions. And a game that lets you influence a world this way is reaching toward the potential of what games can do. I treat strategy games as RPGs when they allow you freedom of strategies just for that reason. I don't play optimally, but I love testing the limits of a simulation. See, I never play optimally, but that's just because I'm terrible. But I thought that was
I mean,
really
what fun
cool.
is there to play optimally, to min-max everything? I would say this. I never understand why would you want to like just research the whole game to be OP. Like I'd rather struggle.
So I
So
find
I
it
agree.
interesting. Like there's a lot of I know a lot of people like to min max to just really feel like super powerful in RPGs or even MMOs. And for an RPG, I can see it like on a second or third playthrough when you're trying to find new ways to experience it. But yeah, like I've never been one to min max, mostly just because I'm lazy. I think is the main thing. It's not so much to just experience the game. It's more I'm lazy. What it comes down to.
That's fair.
All right, let's what makes MMOs special?
That's me. Yeah.
That's you.
A lifelong love, maybe addiction, but love sounds better. Oof, I see a war, internal war going on in there, and I totally can relate to that. Like, people coming back to playing MMOs they used to play 10 years ago, 15 years ago,
I mean,
because they never let it go.
yeah, you were quite literally just playing World of Warcraft Season of Discovery. How
I
when did
was.
how long have you played? How long do you think you have played World of Warcraft, Guybrush?
Like, how long? Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? In
Well, like
total
so,
time?
yeah. So for example, I'll answer first about EverQuest for me. So EverQuest, I first started playing in 2000. So with the Ruins of Canark expansion, I played on and off for the last like I played it like 2 days ago. So I've been playing it essentially for 24 years, just on and off for 24 years with a couple
Right,
breaks here.
I
and
get
there.
you. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing WoW since 2005, which is when it came out in Europe.
Mhm.
The first day it came out, I was playing WoW. So since then, I was hooked. I don't know. And before that, Final Fantasy 11. But yeah, World of Warcraft was the one that hooked me the most.
Yeah.
And every time a new expansion comes out, it's like, let me check it out.
It really just like it just stays with you. So that comment rings true.
Yeah.
All right, let's read another comment from our fan submitted. What makes an MMORPG special? Story and people. But I think world building is the utmost key to MMOs. Because if you cannot get players to lose themselves in the game to begin with, then you have already lost the player. It's awesome world building that leads to people wanting to dive deeper into the lore, and people that play the game because the world building was already done so well, which for me is why I will always love WoW, and it continues to be so popular is because they got it right from the start of the game.
I 100% agree. Like anybody who has been in the Barrens, level fully through the Barrens, probably knows what this means. The fact that you get used to that area, you know, and then when you get out, you are like exploring. Like it feels so real. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna say something controversial here then about WoW. Something that I think is actually I know it's controversial. I thought Cataclysm was a really good idea.
Oh my god.
I liked so like because talking about this world building and everything, right? So I loved going back to places I had like really spent a lot of time with, knew those places, and then coming back to it and seeing it completely changed. Like seeing like the things that were there. But yeah, I know that's I think you know what? You know, I think that
No. Actually, you know, you got a point there.
I think it's my
Wait.
turn.
I was supporting you. Well, anyway, guys. Okay, sorry. I was about to load WoW. I think you got a point there, though. But
Yeah, like I totally understand that a lot of people like because I mean it's a big thing right now because WoW Classic is about to launch Cataclysm, right? They're launching it in 2024, so it's a big thing for a lot of people. It's just for me, I personally loved it because there was a saying in when EverQuest launched, part of their whole thing, which was basically a living, breathing world, and I think that kind of made it feel that way to me because it made the world feel living and breathing because the world itself could change, but also change is scary, so I totally get it.
yeah, I mean, expansions and different patches and stuff like that always add something to do, something new. Some people might like it, some people, you know, it might be for the better, for the worse. But hey, change sometimes brings like new players in and all of that more. Anyway, I don't know where I'm getting this,
That's
but yeah.
fine. Well, we can move right on and right back to survival games because we have another award for survival games. And this award is to celebrate the survival PvE game of the year. Like I said, a lot of these titles are a work in progress. This is the first one, y'all. But this is the award for these these games that are at least playable this year. Granted, there wasn't a lot that were launching this year, so this award pulled a lot from basically any game you could play. Survival games, in a lot of ways, again, are kind of similar to MMOs in that they are pretty persistent. They have their own servers and everything like that, but they're persistent games that receive updates. And so that's why you'll see a lot of familiar names on this. Are you ready for this award, Guybrush?
I'm ready. I'm excited and curious, actually, because I don't know what the nominee is. But let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Well met, travelers. Man of Rohan here. You can't see me because I forgot my torch, so naturally I'm bone-chillingly cold. I'm also hungry, but let's move on. These nominees for PvE Survival Game of the Year have forced us all to build, forage, freeze, hide, skin, smelt, and hunt. You never have enough food. Why am I always naked? I swam across a stream and now I'm sick. How do I freaking craft an iron pickaxe? Pain is pleasure, my friends, and I'm glad you agree on these nominees. Valheim, Conan Exiles, No Man's Sky, The Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria. We all know the most deserving game up here. However, the best scuffed PvE survival game of the year is Valheim.
So, brief moment to breathe here. The door to the base is closed.
Oh, come here.
So they can't get in right this second. Okay, Flynn's dead again.
They're leaving. Close the gate.
Oh well, somebody added that there.
I think it was Steve. I don't remember putting that in there. I think
Oh
that-
well,
that-
somebody exposed you because you exposed me. It's only fair.
But congratulations to Valheim for essentially sweeping the awards that they were in. And thank you so
know,
much
right?
to Man of Rohan, who did an exceptional job with only audio. That was quite incredible.
It was very cozy.
It
With the
was.
bonfire and everything. Yeah, I really liked it. I haven't watched that before, so for me, it was an experience.
It was really great to see, and I think that despite some obvious, very obvious favoritism from Man of Rohan, he'll probably be happy with Valheim winning PvE Survival Game of the Year as well, because it is just an incredible game. It really is.
I mean, there is no discussion about that. I was thinking No Man's Sky was pretty cool too. It has gone through a lot, No Man's Sky, and right now it's in a really crazy spot with all the patches and everything. But yeah, Valheim is like in another league.
There was a couple where I felt like maybe like it almost felt like a bit of an upset, you know, especially with the announcement. I mean, granted, a lot of the voting was past this, but with the announcement of the next games from Hello Games, I thought No Man's Sky would get a bit more love than it did, and perhaps that could boil down to just a preference from the audience of the fantasy style of games. It was something that you know kind of played through a lot. It seemed like a genre
I,
that a lot of people love.
I guess Valheim sticks more to the survivor
Mhm.
genre more than, let's say, No Man's Sky, which is more exploration, I guess. But Valheim is more pure survival. Like from the moment you spawn in, it's yeah.
There's one thing, and despite the fact that it became my nightmare fuel because it happened too many times to me, the physics of the trees in Valheim stands out to me as one of the best things in the game, just because you have to be scared of them, like you know, dying to
Right.
trees all the time, and or the trees. I mean, not that I would have ever done this to the people that played with me, but dropping a tree on the fort that they had constructed. I mean, that would have been a terrible thing to do, but
I mean, it's such a little detail, right? Like those
Mhm.
little details, like the tree making damage, such an immersive thing that nobody has ever come up with before, as far as I know. And I don't know, like so many clips, so many moments that people have shared about that, including yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Um, but
All right, all right.
we should read some more, shouldn't we? We should because we have a lot of these to get through. We have a lot of these submissions to get through because people were so kind to let us know what makes RPGs and MMOs special to them.
All right. Character customization, not the looks creator at the beginning of game, but being able to choose different skill trees and abilities, character progression via skills, abilities, and attributes. 100%. Like having the freedom of your own build outside of the meta and all of that, or like while you level up, you are testing skills and you are like, what do I like? I'm using this skill a lot. Let me improve it, you know? Whereas another person might do something different. Yeah.
Yeah, it the total like you feel like it is your character. I mean, it's a role you're playing, right? Like feeling it is your character,
Yeah.
even if it's not like say for example Witcher 3 where you have a protagonist that you're not really altering that much, but you're changing so much about it, right? You're changing all about the statistics, how you customize your character, what gear you use. There's a ton of different ways that you go about setting yourself apart, which actually kind of plays into our next comment. You can immerse yourself into an adventure. The world is already dark and negative enough. Watching your character grow in power and making friends along the way is awesome. Also, gear, weapons, who doesn't want to look like a badass? I don't know if this was actually meant for the MMOs and it ended up in RPGs, but it kind of works in both counts. We all want to look like
Yeah,
a
it
badass,
does.
right?
I mean, absolutely. Like the big PP armor, big PP sword. Like everybody's looking forward to getting that, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair, and I think it does it really does apply to both.
And I am, as far as immersing yourself into the world, like sometimes you got stuff going on in real life, and these games they give you some room to disconnect, to relax,
Hmm.
to explore different things that are not like the negative things of your life. So 100%.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like in a lot of ways the way a good book, a good TV show, a good movie, it's another medium that lets you kind of escape and in a lot of ways live a different life, at least for a short time period. Although I think not many of us would pick the life that Zug Zug has chosen, Mr. Guybrush. But that's a story for another stream. All right, let's see. Did you already
I
do?
keep getting shots over here.
What do you think I'm here for? All right. What did you already read MMO or you want me to? Sorry, I threw
12,
that at you.
right?
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Grouping with friends, class identity, levels that matter, and making memories that last a lifetime. Oh my god. Yes. I still have screenshots from 2005 or something.
Oh wow.
People I
Yeah.
used to. I still remember my first guild. Like, it's those memories. Like when you go into an MMO and
Mhm.
see, back in the day, especially when communication, no Discord and all of this, and you see a person moving in front of you, you talk to them, and they talk back, and it's like, oh my god, there's somebody in there,
Yeah.
and you remember that, like,
It was crazy. I mean, I one of my biggest memories is back in 2006, the first EverQuest progression servers, and I met this guy who was just making some armor, and we started talking with this guy about the armor he was making because I needed the armor and I was really shitty, and
mm,
I can't remember. I think he gave me just a piece of armor for anyone who plays EverQuest. He gave me some banded armor in classic EverQuest. And then I think to repay him later, I came back and I gave him Happy Love Bracers. Happy Love Bracers are statless, really. They're kind of a shitty thing, and you have to go kill this weird troll, and to get them, but they're bright green. And that was all in 2006. Later, like years later, that guy was in my wedding. He was one of my groomsmen in
my
my
god.
wedding, and like he's still like one of my best friends today. Like, and it all started with just a random interaction because I needed some armor in a game that launched in 1999.
I
It's
didn't know that
yeah,
story.
it's crazy how that works. And then I'm going to
That's
another
amazing.
friend I met. I met them in the most recent EverQuest progression servers, and I'm going to his wedding later this in 2024.
Wow.
So it's one of those things, like those connections are really amazing.
Yeah, living memories right
Hmm.
there. Damn. I
All
didn't
right.
know this story.
Yeah, I don't know that I've shared it like in its entirety that way, but
Yeah, pretty cool.
I think what I find most fascinating about them is the fact that they are made by people who are anticipating with a huge let me restart this.
Yeah.
I think what I find most fascinating about them is the fact that they are made by people who are anticipating what a huge amount of people will do. The amount of thought and effort that goes into that is phenomenal, and big or small, and MMO gains my instant respect for this. But what makes them special is when they manage not to treat players like cogs in a machine, but instead
Mm.
make playing the game for so many different kinds of individuals fun and rewarding, and do the most not to waste the player's time. This is hard to do, so not every MMO really manages it, even the big ones. Thanks. Thank you for that comment. Whoever wrote that, 'cause I didn't mean it.
100%.
It's it,
I agree.
it's phenomenal. It reminds me of a story of Ultima Online and how they tried to have a realistic biome, and this was back in like the late 90s, and how that realistic biome was ruined within moments of like it because humans just
Oh my god.
ruined it. So like they were trying to figure out what to do, and it was just completely ruined. Or like there's like crazy stories of like like you probably experienced this, guy, Bruce, the WoW blood plague.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, like it's crazy how much stuff can go into an MMO, and like what you're trying to make account for the variables of humanity, which is crazy to think about.
I mean, people always will come up with different ways to grieve other players. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious about Ashes of Creation. There is a lot of like creativity for people to, from taxes to different types of griefing. Like, so
Mhm.
I'm very curious about like what people could come up with. It's always like interesting to say the least.
We've seen it like even with New World, because New World has taxes. We've seen a little bit of
Oh.
uh engineering, let's say, with how the taxes have worked in New World, and how they've been like there's yeah, it's interesting to see what players will do. That's just what it comes down to. You know,
Mhm.
it's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah, man. 100%. Like, I don't know where. I don't like when they patch it though. You know, stuff like that. When it gets patched, it's something that I'm always like, oh, let people have a lot of fun. You know, a little bit of fun. Like, Blizzard did this a lot. Like you said, with the Blood Plague and the Sulgurub bug, that they just let people die. But anyway.
It's there's so many crazy stories from MMOs, and just how they've like things have happened that developers didn't expect to happen, or thought that they had the necessary safeguards in place that they ended up not having.
Yeah, right.
So our next set of awards is all going to be about RPGs. And I reached out to Vulkan, who does MMO, who does RPG and ARPG videos on YouTube. Many of you may know Vulkan. Vulkan was actually nominated for Content Creator of the Year. I'm just going to say Content Creator of the Year because Small Content Creator of the Year sounds weird. I don't know why I called it that. But Vulkan was a nominee for that, and Vulkan was kind enough to leave us a message that I want to read to you all about why he finds RPGs to be special. As cliche as it sounds, what makes an RPG special to me is the story and struggle of the main characters. Seeing the normal hero arc is a tradition that never gets old to me, as it can be done and dressed so many different ways. I'll never forget my first clear of Final Fantasy X and learning the huge plot twist at the end, seeing what Titus, Yuna, and the crew went through to get there. Or the cliffhanger of Kingdom Hearts, with Sora discovering what Kingdom Hearts was, and where the game left me off. RPGs have the ability to drive home emotion and investment than any other game out there. That's what makes the genre special to me, and why I always give most new games a chance to deliver a powerful experience, even if it's a familiar trope. I thought that was really well
Beautiful.
said, and thank you to Vulcan for submitting that to us. I really appreciate it. Vulcan is a fantastic content creator, and Final Fantasy X. Did you play Final Fantasy X, Guybrush?
Oh my god, such a, it's like, you know, Outer Wilds but RPG for me.
Yeah, that's one of
It's
those
such a game.
games. Yeah, it stands
It
out to
hits you,
me.
it hits you.
hmm They're
And you know,
like,
I played it not so long ago, and I mean 2018 or so. I played it again. I fully cleared it because back then I didn't. And oh my god, it's just, it hits. It hits, even though you know what's coming. It hits you again.
it
It's
it
such a
really
wonderful
does.
game.
It really, really does. Like I think I remember that being well, one, it is definitely my favorite Final Fantasy I've ever played. But it's also, I think, the first RPG I remember finishing. Like I remember starting going from start to finish with that. And because it was a long RPG, especially for my child ADHD brain. But I really like there's so many like emotional moments in that. And then the gameplay with everything about it was just really good.
It was also the first voice Final Fantasy, so that helps. It became more accessible because of that
I think
back
it's
then.
yeah, I think that's where you start to get like you see like a lot more of the cinematic takes on
Yeah,
RPGs, and how that can bring forth emotion, like how it can and kind of tie you in a bit like a movie in a lot of ways. Even back then when it was like PS2 cinematics. But still.
I mean, PS2, excuse me, was amazing.
This is true. My brother and I stood in line for the PS2. That's how old I am.
Oh my God.
My parents even let us not have school the next day so we could play PlayStation 2 games.
Okay.
That is like a core memory for me now.
Oh
PlayStation 2.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, buying a new console back then was like, it's hard to get that feeling
Yeah. it
back,
really is.
but yeah.
Or like waiting for a game to release at midnight and things like that. Waiting out either
Yeah,
outside
I
the
never
stores.
had that. I
There-
never had that, but
I had both sides of that because I worked at a store that did that.
oh wow.
let's
okay.
just say it's a lot more fun when you're getting the game than when you're dealing with that many people buying the game.
Oh my God, I bet. I don't even want to imagine. I'm sorry, but I cannot say the same about Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry. I apologize. I
See,
apologize.
I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, and I think I
Oh.
couldn't get like I couldn't mesh the Disney. I just couldn't. Like
I feel it comes down to nostalgia. Like you grew up with this game, and it just stays with you. You know.
yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are afterwards. It's just I can't. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right now at this age, I cannot get into it.
I definitely can't now. There is a new one coming out though, right? I think was it hinted at in 2022 at the Game Awards? I think we got a trailer. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be a mobile game. I don't know. Anyway,
It could be a mobile game. Damn, don't put that out there.
I don't know. Like there are so many Kingdom Hearts out there that I don't know. They do
That's fair.
2.5, 3.5, 3.75. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Probably somebody right now is feeling offended.
I want to point out that all complaints for the Scuffed Game Awards should go to twitch.tv/Mr. Guybrush. He is your go-to for all complaints. Thank you.
I see at least one person who is with me, so hey, I'm not alone.
All right. So should we get into perhaps one of the largest award areas of the RPG
Ooh.
awards, Guybrush?
Oh my God. Sounds good. Let's go. RPGs. Where do we even start with this? It's like such a big category.
I think we should start with ones that don't exist. I think that's a safe place to start, right? Like that's a good place to start with our awards. What do you think?
I think so. Imaginary RPGs sounds good.
Yeah, imaginary ones.
Cinematics.
This is the award for the most anticipated RPG.
Alright, hi everybody, I'm Elizalith, or Liz for short, and Red asked me to introduce to y'all, well not introduce to y'all, to announce the most anticipated RPG for his Scuffed Game Awards. And this is a pretty big title with a pretty big place in my heart, and I am so glad to announce to y'all that the most anticipated RPG of these Scuffed Game Awards is Elder Scrolls 6. Oh no, I'm covering the little face I made. Elder Scrolls 6. So congratulations to Elder Scrolls 6, which, you know, I'm sure will come out after the, like, 20th remake of Skyrim, but I'm a Dragon Age fan, so I can't talk. Anyway, thanks everybody for voting. And then at Red, you can edit this part out, or you can leave it in. I don't know, it's up to you. It depends on how embarrassing you want this to be.
Definitely wanted to make it as embarrassing as possible. Elder Scrolls 6. We actually do have perhaps an announced like a date when we might get that, around 2028, based off of what legal filings. So who knows if we actually will. What do you think about that?
Elder Scrolls, well, Skyrim 6 definitely is gonna be amazing. I think that's what people say. Wait, Skyrim 6, yeah, okay. I cannot wait for that. I think, by the way, I don't know if I'm in the liberty to say, Red, but
I think I think so. But before we get into this, I know what you're hinting at. I know, and it's gonna
Okay.
be incredible. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
I can't believe that we got this. Like for a show this size, I cannot believe it. But I want to stop to say thank you to Liz for taking the time to
Thank you.
announce the winner of the most anticipated RPG. Liz is one of those people that whenever I ask her to do anything, I always like she always makes me laugh, like no matter what it is. She is fantastic, and like I just really appreciate her her letting us know about the winner.
To be fair, it's very hard to vote for any of this because of, like Dragon Age, we don't know anything. As far as I know, we don't know much. Just some teasers here and there. Elder Scrolls 6 is more of the same. It's like there is literally just a trailer that I checked earlier was in 2018 when it was released, that trailer, that teaser. I mean, Path of Exile too. Like they have probably announced a bunch. And what was the other one? Excuse me, sorry.
Or
The other
say that again.
the other nominee. Or what was the other nominee? It was Path of Exile.
Path of Exile, Dragon's Dogma 2,
Dragon's Dogma. I'm sorry.
Dragon
Oh my
Age
god.
4, and Elder Scrolls 6.
Somebody's angry right now.
You
I
went
mean,
out- you
Dragon's
went
Dogma
out-
2.
You went out and forgot Dragon's Dogma 2, which this was not planned, but Mitch Mannix, who is a phenomenal creator on RPGs and MMOs on YouTube, Mitch Mannix just dropped a video reviewing Dragon's Dogma 1. If you've never watched a Mitch Mannix video, his videos are fantastic, phenomenal. Like they're just really just go check them out. You won't be sorry. And he just launched that video today. I saw it. I saw the notification as I was getting ready today.
Oh my god. Okay. I played the first one. It was pretty cool. I don't know anything about this. Excuse me. About the second one, but it looks cool too. Good systems. I never seen in other game the pawn system, Dragon's Dogma. I don't think there is any other game that does this. Hopefully they don't copyright it. Nemesis.
Yeah, well, so I don't know if you saw. Well, actually let's talk about that for a sec. Also, because I'm having some technical issues.
Sure, it's fine.
But what do you think about that? The copywriting of game systems, because that actually came out recently. There is a copyright that was done for, at least filed for, a patent filed for a system where the difficulty of the game changes as you go through it. So stall for me, Guybrush, please.
Can you guys see Red's mouse on my face? Can you like? I feel like I have a fly going around. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. Like, get out. Anyway,
Just adds.
I don't agree. All right, so I need to rant a little bit so that you solve your stuff. All right. Anyway, okay. Oh, I can see it. Okay. The copyright for the Nemesis, like what the hell? What the hell was that? I don't understand. Whenever somebody copyright, it's like saying I'm gonna copyright jumping over a pond, and if anybody does it, well, prepare yourself. I'm gonna be worse than Nintendo suing your ass. So it should be like if you copyright something that is a mechanic, if you don't use it after X amount of time, it should be gone. You know, the Nemesis system, we're talking about the you know, in the Lord of the Rings games and action games that Warner Bros. Released not so long ago. I think it's like 10 years ago or even less. I don't know. They released 2 games. And the Nemesis system was great, but they haven't utilized it afterwards. And it's like, what? It's a great idea, but it's not going anywhere when it could have been being used by really good other games, even indie games out there. I don't know. Anyway.
Thank you. I agree 100%. Like one of the things that stands out to me is just how the Nemesis system hasn't been necessarily used, and it's not because like necessarily that it would stand up in court, but with how much it takes to put into a game development, it's more like why risk it? Like there's like so it's almost like a deterrent from using systems that may or may not be actually like legally copywritten because it just deters them. And I think in general, it's better to have as many artists working on games as possible. Speaking of artists, are we ready for this?
Ready.
Do you want to announce it, Guybrush? Give you the honors.
Which is it? RPG of the year?
No.
Oh.
No, the thing, the very special thing that we shouldn't have on this show.
Okay. Oh wait!
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see it. Oh wait, the thing,
The thing.
big thing.
The thing that is very tied to the most anticipated RPG.
Oh my god!
I'm still like I'm shaking.
Okay,
you know,
guys.
like
So we contacted Bethesda, hot tower directly. I have email and we got a gameplay trailer of the Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls
gameplay.
6. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
World premiere.
let's go.
I don't know.
Well, there you go.
I want to play that game. Like I'm so excited to play that game. I think it's gonna be great.
Pre-orders out.
Only on Xbox. Xbox exclusive.
That's what I say. World premiere. If you guys pre-order now, you get a Steve skin. That's what I heard.
Yeah. It only costs 95 euros to pre-order though.
Yeah, only. Get it today.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Bethesda, thank you so much for trusting us with your announcement. Very important.
I hope we did it justice in this format of you know.
That was actual gameplay.
I didn't think we would be getting a world premiere on the Scuffed Game Awards, but Bethesda came through because it just works.
It works and it works well. I mean, you could probably there are gonna be analysis of that trailer, frame by frame.
I'm looking forward to it.
I saw magic. I saw like combat, hand-to-hand combat. I don't know, great animations. So we'll see. I guess most anticipated.
It was more of a teaser. It was still a bit of a teaser, not like a full trailer, but like I'm sure there's going to be a lot of analysis for sure.
I think RTX 2 is gonna be a technology soon, so they're gonna use it for that. Yeah.
We've got a very big award coming up next. One that it's a year where I think it speaks for itself in a lot of ways. Our next award is going to be the RPG of the year. RPG of the year, and it's one where there was actually a lot of great RPGs this year. So some really fantastic ones. And I know if you ask different people, you'll probably get a different answer for what is RPG of the year. One of my good friends, for example, is a huge fan of Sea of Stars. Absolutely, like loves Sea of Stars. I have another friend who played Starfield at least once. That was
I got that game.
Yeah. I gave you that game. I'm sorry.
Well, I keep saying I need to play it, but I need to play it. Yeah.
What do you have to say about one of our nominees, Baldur's Gate 3, Guybrush? Because you have been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, I'm still in Act 2, but at this point, I think it's safe to say that Baldur's Gate 3 has put gaming into a different league, and there is a new bar, a new standard for what a good game is. That game, if there is a museum ever of good games, like as there is for art, Baldur's Gate 3 should be there in the main exposition. It's just so good. Everything it's just perfect. I don't know. It's perfect.
So with that commentary, let's roll the winner of RPG of the Year.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Red, for having me on the Scuffed Game Awards show. It is an absolute honor to be here, and it's an honor to present an award for a category that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is the best RPG of 2023. Some of you have been playing RPGs probably since the 70s or 80s with games such as Dungeon and Pool of Radiance. Personally, I really started to get into the genre in the early 2000s with Morrowind, Fable, and then I started going backwards a little bit and getting into some of the CRPGs such as the original Baldur's Gate games. And the winner for this year's RPG of the Year award is... Nobody's gonna expect this. But, oh, that's the White House. Baldur's Gate 3! Let's go, Larian Studios. Another award for Larian Studios, and well-deserved. BG3 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I think it pushes the RPG genre into the stratosphere and beyond. So congrats to Larian Studios. Congrats to another award. Thanks for having me on Scuffed Game Awards. You all enjoyed the show.
I saved you. And I'm here to save you again. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god.
The Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself.
How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
I'll enjoy watching you try. In mere moments, all that you have dreaded will come to pass. When the screaming stops and your mind is gone, the rest, perhaps, is silence.
Oh my god.
I
I'm
still got
getting
chills.
chills.
Yeah, right. I got chills at the end of that too. Like I've played that game. I'm on my second playthrough. It's just incredible. It was still like it almost felt unfair to the other nominees who were fantastic games in their own right. And
Yeah.
but yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3 was just something else. It was an incredible RPG. Still is an incredible RPG. It's just bonkers.
I mean, people are gonna look back and always compare one game to Baldur's Gate 3. It's like that. The same way that people did with Witcher 3. I feel like now the new standard is Baldur's Gate 3. It's just so
it
good.
really is like Witcher 3 set a new standard. Now Baldur's Gate 3 has set another. And I wanna say thank you to Wolfheart FPS. I reached out. I have been a fan of Wolfheart FPS's content. He makes huge videos on Baldur's Gate 3. I actually went and met Larian for the final panel for Hell. And so I didn't know that he would actually just respond to me, but he has been nothing but cordial and kind and just wonderful. And I really appreciate him taking the time for the Scuffed Game Awards to announce a game that is so near and dear to his heart and his content. I felt like he was like the perfect person to announce that winner.
I've seen his videos, by the way. Whenever you search anything about Baldur's Gate, like any type of guide, it's always him in there.
Like he is a fantastic content creator, and I did reach out to Larian Studios to see if they had time to basically accept this award. And believe it or not, they're busy. They're they're quite
Well,
they're quite busy. So I thought instead what we could do was hear from some players that have really appreciated and enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3. On my RPG channel, I put out a post asking for what makes Baldur's Gate 3 your game of the year. And I have a couple responses to that question and one very special one that I'll read at the end. Would you like to start, Mr. Guybrush?
sorry, in which
Towards the very bottom.
at the very bottom.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So from Kirsten, two big things. One, it managed to capture the drama and absurdity of D&D more faithfully than any game I had tried before. And two, it felt seen in the stories of love, trauma, pain, and healing. Felt represented by the care with which they handle representation. I 100% agree. Like, and they do it in such a flawless way.
Yeah.
That it's just amazing. I don't know. I don't know how they came up with this game, but they did it so good. It's like they got a divine intervention in there on here's the game.
Exactly.
And as a D&D nerd, I totally agree with this. Like, I only played D&D one time, and I felt like I already knew, kind of like.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels very
the
like,
freedom,
truthful.
the freedom of choice and the consequence. Like, not to avoid some spoilers here, but the consequence of certain actions leading to devastation. Like, it's just like it's one of those things that you get in tabletop in D&D with a really good DM, but it's also one of those things where it's a little like it's harder to make that work in a video game. And I'm gonna pause here. This is off script here for a sec, Guybrush. But I also want to point out something that didn't get mentioned at the Game Awards, but I want to put a platform for this here because it's not stopping, and it's tied to Baldur's Gate 3. So this year has been a phenomenal year for a lot of games. We have had so many great games. It has been a very tough year for game developers. There have been mass layoffs all across the industry. Baldur's Gate 3, like Larian didn't lay off people, but the Hasbro laid off a bunch of people at Wizards of the Coast. And Wizards of the Coast, which was, in Sven's speech, which he posted on Twitter, he mentioned how the entire team that he was in the meeting room with, creating Baldur's Gate 3 from them, is no longer with
yeah, that is crazy.
It really is. So as great as the games have been, it has still been a very rough year for a lot of the people that make these games that are so special to us, that do so much. And so I just wanted to take a little bit of a moment just to mention that. And there's been layoffs from everyone from Bungie to Wizards of the Coast, and it's tough to see so many very talented people that have written the stories of BioWare stories no longer work at BioWare anymore. So it's a tough thing, and I just wanted to take a short moment to mention that. So thank you for bearing with me on that.
Thank you, Red, for giving a platform. I
The
mean,
Scuffed Game
as a
Awards
person
platform.
who doesn't know, like, not up to date to many things, like, I wouldn't know if people like you don't put it out. So, so yeah, thank you.
Do you want to read the next one from Marauding Llama?
Sure. The sheer amount of paths open to me was a major thing for me. I made a lot of questionable decisions, and the game just kept rolling with it. I never felt like I ring a run. I really felt like my character decisions had meaningful impact, even if it was a minor thing. There are so many amazing parts to the game. Yeah. Like, there are things that still will bite you in the ass after hours and hours, and like, hold on. What? How is this happening right now? From back in Act 1, yeah. So
yeah, it's there's so many meaningful decisions, and even when you make what would be considered really bad decisions, you keep going, like and it's done in a way where the game actually feels like it's meant to happen. Like the game tricked me. the game tricked me on something where I've only found one other person so far that had the same mistake I did, and it fundamentally changed how the game would go. But I thought it was so well done that I thought that's what it was meant to happen because it just felt
Right.
like it. Before you read the last one, I'm gonna read one of these. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is from King Chong. It says, "Honest opinion, it's not something to do with the game, but the studio behind BG3. Larian has earned my respect for their passion for making great video games. The way they look at community feedback is awesome. I wasn't sure I would love BG3 and its world, but now I do. I see the passion behind the game. I thank you, Larian, for making the best possible game you could, and my personal game of the year."
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, the Divinity 2,
Hmm.
that was my first Larian and RPG really that I played. And I was instantly in love with it.
Yeah.
Seeing like the freedom of it, and apparently it's simpler than Baldur's Gate 3. You know, like less consequences, less complications in terms of builds and gameplay. But they did such a great job. You can tell there is love behind this, Divinity, and let alone Baldur's Gate 3. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone back to Divinity, and I'm bad at it. I'm quite bad at it. I still struggle with figuring out how like the statuses and everything work. But I
Yeah.
like going back to it, and you just see like where so much of the studio's love for these games came in. You know, it's just it's wonderful to see.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are gonna go back to Divinity after completing Baldur's Gate 3. They're gonna be, let me check out what Larian has done.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I don't think they'll be
Um,
disappointed. It's Divinity
no.
2 is a fantastic game. It was a hit of its own back when it came
Yeah, it
out.
was.
I remember trying to make a D&D campaign out of their dungeon master thing in Divinity
Oh,
Original Sin 2, which turns out takes a long time. But it
I
was
bet.
and also like I took I think like 7 or 8 hours making 2 levels, and my party broke them in 10 minutes. So that kind of
Oh my
sucked.
god.
Very, very, very authentic D&D experience though. But it was it's one of those things like there's just so much in that studio worth appreciating. So I'm glad that they're getting awards from all over now and getting to experience it.
I'm really hoping it stays that way. You
Mhm.
know, the skeptical in me sometimes is like, because I used to love Blizzard, for example,
Mhm.
back in the day. I thought like there is nothing that Blizzard can do for me to lose this trust. You know,
Mhm.
everything that has a Blizzard name will be good in my eyes, right? So Larian right now it's in like that in my eyes. I hope it stays that way.
Or more recently, CD Projekt Red, which after Witcher 3 was kind of the darling, and then when they
Yeah,
launched Cyberpunk, there was a lot of frustration. But at least at the
yeah.
very least, they're starting to rehab that image a little bit. There's yeah. But do you want to read the number 3, Guybrush?
Sure. From Olga.
Mhm.
I had never played any D&D games before, and usually prefer something like Diablo or third-person RPG. But Baldur's Gate 3, this marvelous game, completely blew my mind away. The gripping story, the enormous choices which matter at the end, the companions who become your family after several runs, funny and ridiculous, and sad and touching moments, all the way through wonderful voices and music and endless replayability. Sorry, and many other things that make me spend my time in this game, enjoying every moment of it. Heart. P.S. Now on my 6th run, 650 plus hours in total since August. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, that's like when I saw that last part, I was like, wow, 650 hours. Like I
That's
thought
a lot
I'd
of hours.
yeah, I thought I'd spend a lot of time because I'm like at 210, 220, something around that. But I was like, wow, that's a lot. Holy shit.
Like, I mean, a lot of people have never even tasted this genre, you know? Like
Yeah.
myself, I'm finding myself exploring this genre for the first time in the past year.
Mhm.
RPGs in general. And then you find, Baldur's Gate 3 is like the holy grail, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. If you discover this and you like it, it's just really good. So
Got one more message, and this is one that I specifically wanted to get, and it's from one of our presenters earlier, from Liz, who presented the most anticipated RPG. So I asked Liz what made Baldur's Gate 3 special to them, and this was Liz's response. I'll try to do it justice. The passion that everyone involved put into this game. You can tell that everyone who worked on it genuinely loves and is passionate about it and proud of it. I love all the little things and all the love and care put into this game. It's so refreshing to see someone's passion project come to life and be so loved by so many people. I love the world and the characters and how there feel like so many things that you can do and so much to see and explore and learn. I know people who have discovered something for the first time on their third or fourth playthrough, or I guess maybe six in the case of the other ones. There is just so much dedication and love in this game, and that makes me so happy. Thank you, Liz, for sharing those thoughts. Liz is an excellent writer in her own right, and so I wanted to share that.
And she's a nerd too.
She is a
she's
nerd.
A nerd.
She's a huge nerd, and she's fantastic.
Yeah. Earlier, I shared that I played D&D only once in my life, and she was my my DM, right?
Mhm.
So you call it.
Yep.
Yeah. She
She
prepared
was.
everything. She's really good.
All right. We've done a lot of reading, so I think we should get to one of the worst named awards, and also the last award we have for the RPG genre before we move on to MMOs.
Okay.
The best old RPG. The amount of anger I got for having Cyberpunk 2077 in a category that said old.
I mean, what do you consider old?
I know.
That's the thing.
Okay. So like I gotta explain my thought process here. So my thought process here was like not this year. That was my thought process, but I didn't know how to word that, so I said old. So and then like I thought like another term I came up with like legacy RPG or something like that. But don't worry, if this show isn't canceled after this year, we will have decades RPGs by decade. So it'll be a little bit better, I promise.
Okay. Hopefully our sponsors don't go away after this.
Well, I mean, we need more world premieres, I think. I think that's like that's my biggest concern is losing the world premieres, because that was just such a huge moment for this stream.
I know. Okay, like, hopefully next year we still have the same level.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get another trailer for Elder Scrolls 6 next year. And then
I hope so. Yeah, I think by next year it won't be released, so probably we'll get another one.
I think we'll be good for the next 5 years to get trailers from Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, we're good. We can reuse
we're
that
set.
one that we saw earlier.
Right. Are we ready for the old RPG of the year? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know, right? That is so funny. Oh my god, Chad, do you remember that time when Redbeard Flynn played Dragon Age Origins and killed Isolde? Speaking of which, when is the Scuffed Game Awards? Oh my god, don't tell me it's today. Don't tell me it's today. I forgot. Oh my god, I was supposed to announce the Best All RPG winner. What are we gonna do now? Hello, Red. Red, can you hear us? Can you put us live, please? I am so... I know I'm late. Let's do this now. Live, okay? Best All RPG nominees are Chrono Trigger, The Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Diablo 2, Final Fantasy 7, and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And the winner is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Congratulations to everybody who voted for a Bethesda game to win this award. Thank you very much for your attention, Emperor Protects, and all of that. Bye bye.
You should have acted. They're already here. The Elder Scrolls told of their return. Their defeat was merely a delay. Till the time after Oblivion opened. When the Sons of Skyrim would spill their own blood. But no one wanted to believe they even existed. And when the truth finally dawns, it dawns in fire. But there's one they fear. In their tongue, he's Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
That trailer is amazing, by the way. Still to this day.
Is. And thank you so much to Tibbs for announcing the most competitive, most difficult, and most controversial category we had. That category, it had the most entries for the nominations, and it was razor thin. Poor Tibbs got notified of the winner the latest because it was so close. The winner, I believe, out of several hundred votes, was, I think, within single digits. That's how close it was. And
that's insane.
Yeah, that was an award where I didn't know who was gonna win. I didn't know who was gonna be nominated, and I didn't know who was gonna win. And like every game that was on the nomination list was actually a deserving game. I think there was something like 30 games on the list of the nomination that got whittled down to 6. Jeez, that was crazy. And Tibbs did such a great job on announcing that winner. It's fantastic.
So they live, she's live right now apparently or something, right?
Yeah,
she just did.
It's to do it on the spot like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you have seen, like, I was glancing at the chat, seeing like you are not kidding about the most controversial category. Like we are on fire over here. Like Jesus, calm down.
Yeah, it was a very controversial category. Skyrim is undoubtedly deserving of the win, but I think it's one that's an interesting one because if I did it the exact same way next year, I think you might have a different winner. I think it just depends, because I think you would have some people change their votes or one way or another. You know, it's such a difficult thing to try and think of what is the best old RPG. And there's obviously some recency bias in there that you all saw that I got lots of DMs about with Cyberpunk 2077. But
I mean, yeah.
I think it was in the future we'll just do decades.
Like 2000s and stuff like that, you mean, or how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'll workshop it a little bit, but probably think of like do it like 2000s, the 2010s, those kind of things.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good. Cyberpunk was kind of fair because of the expansion, but yeah.
I think if we hadn't had Phantom Liberty and the 2.0, I don't know that Cyberpunk would have made it. I was happy to see some of the older ones did make it though, like Diablo 2, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 7 made it as well, but against very tough competition.
I mean, yeah, those games are great. I play some, and they're really good.
Yep.
So.
Wait, I think. Do we need to check in? Do we need to check in with Steve? We haven't heard from Steve in a while. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
like
damn guys.
think
He's
it's okay.
probably. So wait, hold on. Oh wait, he got. Remember we were saying that he might interview some people from the
Yeah, I
from
don't
the
know
audience.
how long he's been waiting to interview somebody though. I feel bad.
I mean, he
Kinda-
got millions
kinda
of
forgot
people.
about- I kinda forgot about him.
It's fine. He probably got somebody there. So
Okay.
he got millions of people to pick from anyway. So the audience is wild over there. So
yeah,
yeah.
the
Let's see
live
what-
the live watch party at Times Square is just crazy, Shall we
Yeah,
go
this
live
show-
to Steve?
Let's go.
Okay.
Steve? Yes, we're back, and we have some people from the audience. Yo, Steve, what's up, man? Big fan. All right, what do you think about the Game Awards so far? What do I think about the Game Awards? I don't know, fam. It's not so lit because where is the Spider-Man? I don't know. All my friends, they play Spider-Man at home, and I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand. What are these games? These are RPGs, man, like Baldur's Gate 3. What? Baldur's Gate 3? I never heard of that. Game of the Year. Dude, what are you talking about? Okay, well, I gotta shoot some TikToks, so see you later, fam. All right. Mr. C out. See you, dude. See you. Thank you so much. Back to you to the studio. All right.
That was interesting. You know, Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, I don't think Spider-Man is getting any nomination. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, apparently that was a thing on TikTok. A lot of people, including Mr. C, didn't know that Baldur's Gate existed. But yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, fun. Like imagine that. Like just you know, it's crazy. I said that watch party down at Times Square is a bit interesting. I guess to say the
Yeah,
least.
it's wild. It's wild, and Steve is bringing light into what the audience is thinking out there. So truly, guys, a clap for Steve, please. He's doing a great job.
Yeah,
it's very cold over there, so Times Square right now.
Freezing. Poor Steve, but yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about him. I quite literally left Steve out in the cold. I'm sorry, Steve. I don't think Steve will see this. I don't think Steve actually has internet access, but you know.
We'll check on him anyway later on, guys. Don't worry.
But Guybrush, I think it's time. I think it's time for your award.
All right, guys, I got a very special award to announce. I'm gonna announce it myself, I guess, because this award is for the best doggo, good boy, your best companion in 2023 in an RPG. So yeah, let's go to my other room over there, right?
Yeah,
right?
it's totally not rigged, right? Like it's not rigged at all.
Oh yeah, this is totally rigged, by the way, and nobody voted for this except myself. So anyway. All right, yes, this is Mr. Gabriel's totally live right now, and we are gonna go for the Best Dog Award 2023. Those amazing companions, those good boys, right? Who's the best dog? Let's start with the nominations. Scratch, Baldur's Gate 3. Torgal from Final Fantasy 16. Fido from Spider-Man 2. And Major Setter from Alan Wake 2. And the winner is Scratch from Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, confetti maybe. Yeah, Scratch. Good job, totally deserved. And hold on, we have actually Scratch to pick up the award. Scratch, come in. Hi. Hello there. Have I won an award? What? Sorry, I've been told something. All right. I just want to thank this award to my master, who always threw my ball. My master was so good, I brought him bags with this very useful stuff. Oh, sorry, somebody's telling me something. Okay, I think it's time to go, so I'm gonna go back to my master. Goodbye, everybody. Bye bye. Is there a ball? Bye. I'm not cringing at that at all.
I hadn't pre-watched it.
You haven't seen it? Oh my
No.
god.
Oh, that was
Jesus.
amazing. That was amazing. Well done. Well done to Scratch winning dog, was it Dog of the Year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
goodest boy, good dog,
Mhm.
dog of the year 2023, anything. Yeah.
So we
It's
don't
great.
actually, we don't have to mention the fact that I didn't find Scratch in my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. You know,
Oh my
I
God,
didn't
okay.
know that he existed.
How do I hide you from? How do I?
How do you hide me? I have the power here,
Oh,
Guybrush.
okay. I thought I was a co-host equally to you. Excuse me.
But yes, that was, thank you so much for that award. That was fantastic. I agree. Mostly because I've only played one of those games. So
I mean, honestly, like the others were to fill up the to have just more like
you're not
scratches.
you're not supposed to admit the fix.
Listen, it's
live.
rigged. It's a scuffed. We all know it. And it's a Scratch is the best boy. Like he brings you shit all the time. You don't know the use of it, but it's good. It's good.
Jeez. All right, I think to move on from that, we should read one or two more from why MMOs and RPGs are special. I have no idea what number we were on.
Okay. I can go if you want
Sure.
on the 14. Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
They remind me of books. They are often narrative driven, so you can invest into the story and the world, but you get to make the choices in the game.
Yeah,
That's true. Like, I mean, an RPG is it's a video game of a book, kind of. So, I agree. Like having a good narrative in a game
mm-hmm.
can make a difference on an RPG. I mean, do you know any RPGs that don't have a good story? I feel like that's not compatible.
I might
What?
know a few but they're just not well regarded RPGs. Sacred.
Oh,
Tree.
okay, you're a writer. Okay, oh my god. Okay, you got the standard like higher probably. All right, true.
All right, so this next one is an interesting one. RPG is a blanket term that I wish they'd stop using because almost every game is a role-playing game.
Oh my god, thank you for saying that.
Well, I'm wondering, was this you, Guybrush, or was this Man of Rohan who once said that Pong is an RPG and that Fable is not an RPG? So I'm a little suspicious of that one, a little bit.
No, it wasn't me. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You could go on to the next one.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was more to that.
Oh,
quote.
no, that's it.
But I agree that every game is an RPG. Like even racing games, you are role playing as a driver.
Oh god. we spent on the podcast. We spent an hour basically talking in circles about what is an RPG. It is perhaps like, and it really did come down to everything. Everything is. All right.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I had the discussion not so long ago with a certain person. I think everything is an RPG, right? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Hot takes over here.
Very hot takes.
Yeah. All right. The next quote: vast, expansive, and dangerous world steeped in lore. Steeped.
I don't know.
In lore with many different race and character class combinations to play. True. I mean, the more expansive, the better. More open world, better. More different things to encounter, discover, the better.
For sure. And for our next one about our about MMOs, we have a our first one that is actually they were willing to put their name on their comment. This is from Theldrin. Oh man, I am struggling not to write a dissertation here. They kind of did. I will keep it short and simple. They didn't. Everything that I loved about RPGs that are special, plus the world is alive. Players decide economy, blacklists, strategies on getting through caves. The community, old times, yes, I am a boomer, helped one another. Community used to be tight-knit. Younger gamers like to just rush, rush, rush. The community captured all the magic. Also, Ardoon created worlds that felt alive and real. I could escape from real world and just relax and enjoy. Plus, one could make friends just by being a nice player. Sorry, I said I was going to shorten this. I guess I went overboard. And then they have a very nice message to me that says, proud of what you accomplished, Red, even if I've been MIA online for a while. Thank you so much, Diligent. I really appreciate that. But it's true. Like there's a lot of truth in that. It was fantastic way to put it. Community in an MMO is very important, and was especially in like the pre-Discord days was essential.
Yeah, like Ventrilo or just nothing, like just typing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, without community, what's an MMO really?
It's
not massive.
Yeah, then it becomes it falls back more, I think, than on its RPG part of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be moving forward into the MMO portion. The last portion of awards here is going to be all about MMOs, which fits that this is going to be the end of it. But this is a surprise that I haven't even told Guybrush about, that I was very honored by. So I reached out to a couple different content creators about what makes an MMO special to them. Some of you may know MMOByte Stix. Stix is a huge content creator here on the platform, but also just a very nice, kind person, very supportive person. And Stix was kind enough to spare a little bit of time with us to tell us why he thinks MMOs, what makes MMOs special to him. And I'll warn you, like when I watched this video, and I watched it before we went live, I got a little emotional watching Stix's take here. So without further ado, let's listen to Stix.
Good.
What makes MMORPGs special to me? Well, MMOs for a lot of my life were an escape from reality. They allowed for me to occupy a world that wasn't my own. They allowed for me to live a life that I didn't live. They allowed for me to do things that I couldn't do. Make friends with people that I never could have imagined I would meet in different walks of life that I never even knew existed. It allowed for me to overcome and conquer difficult challenges, both by myself and alongside other people. It allowed for me to meet my wife, Mrs. Stix. It allowed for me to create a life that I never could have dreamt I could have. It has provided me so many unique opportunities. It has provided me endless joy and sorrow, especially when you look at where we are in the genre right now, the state of the genre. MMOs mean the world to me. They have changed my life for the better. I've been a part of the MMO scene since I was about 14, 15 years old. That was about 18 years ago. Without MMOs, without the MMO scene, the MMO genre, I wouldn't be here. I would never have survived my childhood or my teen years. So MMOs pretty much meant everything to me.
That last part gets me a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a very heartfelt sentiment, and I was very appreciative of him being willing to share his thoughts on MMOs. And I mean, I had kind of probably a similar experience. When I started playing MMOs, started playing MMOs with Ultima Online, which that wasn't exactly wholesome or kind. That was mostly just dying a lot. But when I found community in EverQuest, it was just in a time when I needed it badly. When I think it was like 12 or 13, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. but like I struggled to make friends. I was very socially awkward. I didn't know how to talk to people, and like everything was all of my communication was very superficial, and so it was a very like MMOs are special in that in so many ways for so many of us, and so I just thank you again to Stix for taking the time to share that with us.
Yeah, that was very well said, and you know something that we all feel, all of us at some point. Probably we go through. I mean, all of us who at some point play games and dedicate some time to games, not only MMOs, but in general, like we feel connected in that way. And if you get to interact with other people, and you know you get to escape the bad things that you got going on and explore things that you didn't even know about yourself. You know, like normal life might mask those things that in this environment you might be able to put out for other people. And these games, they do that, and it's amazing. Like truly, yeah.
It really is. Like it's just one of those very special things. And I think the same could be said for RPGs in different ways, with how they work to help with like escapism and stories, and like
Yeah.
just like they
Yeah.
it allows for people to feel um in a lot of ways connected even through shared story. Like if you think about the Baldur's Gate 3 community right now, a lot of people that play Baldur's Gate 3 solo are connecting with people in community. You're watching a show
Yeah.
about about MMOs and RPGs and survival games. So speaking of, so this next award I don't have a video for because I wanted to do it kind of unscripted, and I wanted to do it live.
Okay.
So this, let me just pull this up here. Sorry, one second. So this next
No worries.
RPG, their next RPG, this next award, we're at the point before we get too far into MMOs. I wanted to talk about content creators and creators that make content for MMOs and RPGs. So one of the things that I wanted to do with this show was try and give a platform, space for people to discover new content creators. If you like, for example, all the presenters so far have all been fantastic content creators. I really, really suggest going and checking them out. Go check out Mr. Guybrush. You know, and it's there's another thing here that I wanted to do an award for, and it's the dumbest name for award you could possibly do. I'm sorry. It's called the Smaller Content Creator of the Year. It's one like I will do better with
It's
the
it's
naming.
fine.
Yeah, I'll do better with the
No,
naming.
no. I think people know what you mean. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Come
So,
on.
This was in general, this was for content creators that were below 200,000 subscribers. Um Subscribers, followers, whatever, whether it was Twitch or whether it was YouTube or whatever it was. And
Mhm.
Wolfheart FPS, who was nominated here, kind of by the time the nomination went out, no longer qualified. But Wolfheart FPS just barely passed by that little marker. But
Oh,
the whole
okay.
idea is I wanted to highlight creators that to go for people to go find. And the nominees this year they're all fantastic creators that I really like appreciate them all in individual ways. Some of them we've already heard from in their announcing of winners, and other ones I hope you'll hear from when you go in and find them at the end of this show. So our nominees for Smaller Content Creator of the Year, and the winner will be getting a small small financial perk from me directly that I'll be tipping them next time they go live, whenever that is, and so they can share that moment with their community. But the nominees are Mitch Mannix on YouTube, the Nathan Napalm on YouTube, Vulkan Gaming on YouTube, Wolfheart FPS on YouTube and on Twitch, Pantheon Plus on YouTube and on Twitch, and Ion Blaze on YouTube. It is a group of creators that all have their own unique style, their own things that they bring to the space, and they're all creative, they're all artistic, they all put a ton of work in, and I just wanted to celebrate them for a moment. But there can only be one winner. There can only be one winner for the first annual smaller content creator of the year. That winner, can you give me like a little, like a, I don't know, like a drum roll?
Okay.
The Nathan Napalm is the winner of the content creator of the year for the first annual Scuffed Game Awards. Nathan, you're in here. Congratulations. It's very, very well deserved.
Congrats.
I hope you feel fantastic winning this award. It is well deserved. You have worked tirelessly. You put out so much quality content, even if it involves puppets sometimes. But you were you were kind to me when I was barely just starting. So congratulations, Nathan, on your award win for content creator of the year. We're dropping the smaller part because pretty soon you're going to pass that mark anyway. So congratulations, Nathan. If chat could just say congratulations to Nathan as well. Nathan is in Twitch chat at the very least. I don't know if he's in YouTube as well, but congratulate Nathan on his win. A very well deserved win. Yeah.
I can read what they're saying if you want.
Sure.
It's the greatest honor of my life, and I would just like to say it's all about the motion in the ocean. Okay. Great speech.
And we're canceled. We're canceled. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
But I gotta say that thank you so much, Red, for doing a category like this, because there's as a content creator myself, not on YouTube and stuff, but I think people underestimate the amount of work that goes into creating anything, and what you just did. It really encourages people to create more and be better and do cool stuff like this. So thank you so much, Red, and congrats, Nathan.
Thank you, everyone, and congratulations again to Nathan. Nathan, next time you go live, I will be sending you a tip as congratulations for your win.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Exactly. It's not going to be much. This is again, all the budget is here, and this is the budget, all the background.
That was $1 million.
It's so times are tough. Deep crippling debt, but congrats again to Nathan. Right.
Yeah, don't tell Steve, guys, that he's not getting paid, actually. So we don't have the budget for it.
We don't have to worry about that, I guess, because again, no internet for Steve, but
he doesn't know, so it's fine. He's an intern. He's
all the way in New York, so it doesn't
really
it's
matter. It's fine.
All right. So we have several awards for MMORPGs to end out the show. Some of these I am very excited for you to see what we have as far as the awards go. Before we get to them, though, we want to read one or two more things submitted by the community about why RPGs and MMOs are special.
Okay. Oops. Okay. RPGs, yeah? I love the freedom of choice in moving around the seasons. Moving around decision making, sorry. Also character customization, combat customization to make each playthrough feel truly unique.
It's true. I've got two to read because one of them they're shorter than the ones I've been reading. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Because I've been reading a lot of paragraphs. All right.
Yeah.
Often with RPGs, my impact on the world is on a level that is unmatched by other genres. Not every game is BG3, with all of its possibilities. But good RPGs will make it feel like everything I do is guiding the conclusion of the story. And that was submitted by Terror Skull. Kind of like in line with that, but with an interesting twist to it. They allow me to be the person I wish I was.
Oof, that hits hard. Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it's interesting. I like that one. That one was one of the shortest ones, but it hit. And
Yeah.
so I just wanted to share that one right there.
I don't know, like games usually they let you develop, like RPGs, they let you develop like the evil side, the good side. I personally cannot be super bad in games. Like if I ever had to do a Dark Orch run, I'm gonna suffer through it. But like also the person you wish you were, like I don't know. That's true. Like sometimes you just want to see what could be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, I think it really like hit home, and yeah, I was like I can't be bad either. I've
right.
tried
It's just
before,
hard.
and it's like if I do anything bad in an RPG, it's normally because it's a mistake. It's normally because I made a mistake. I can't do it on purpose.
Right. Like kicking squirrels and stuff like that.
I haven't done that. I did not do that in BG3. Thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry. Should I read another one? Or?
Yes, or MMOs. Let's go to MMOs.
Oh, MMOs. Okay. Sorry, I'm like.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
A lot of lines I need to find. I could read that too. One short one that I really like.
Yeah.
Loot. What do you like the most about MMOs? Loot. I like. What would be an MMO without loot? Am I right? Like I just got a badass dagger earlier, by the way, and somebody is very upset about it. Just saying, loot can make a game. Just saying. Anyway,
true. Very true.
Next quote. I love the community aspect and share my achievements with others. Yeah. Flexing. Hey, like mounts.
You just did that. You just flexed your achievement.
True.
Like you literally did the quote right here in front of all these people.
I'm sorry. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a couple too. I'm gonna do a couple of quotes here because they're on the shorter side and they're good. Okay, first we have from Century 66. Difficulty that can be overcome via character progression and help from friends. Obtaining amazing items like the dagger that Guybrush just got that can be shared with newly created characters that he's definitely not going to share with an alt. This next one, we'll save this one actually. We'll go to the next one. And this one comes from Zukin. Zukin is a wonderful part of the community and also one of the volunteers on the team for Monsters and Memories. And Zukin says, "The people. It's a doorway to another world with real people."
Yeah.
I was like, when I was reading, I was like, okay, it's not like at first I was like, oh, that sounds pretty simple. It's like, wait, shit, that's actually true. Like,
I never saw it that way.
It's a doorway to it's because they are real people. Like it's just I thought that was a really good one.
Yeah, it's like I just had a weird thought, but like it's like virtual reality without the virtual reality. You just enter into a new world, and what you got is the screen. So it's I don't know. It's a weird thought, but people are in there alive.
And our last quote before we get into the MMO awards, I think this is gonna be cringe. I apologize. Just be prepared for the cringe. Nathan's here, so I know I'm not the cringiest person around, but meeting people, having fun, and crushing your enemies. It was all in caps. I figured I had to like get some oomph there, right?
This is very for the horde or something.
We are playing Horde over on Season of Discovery, aren't we?
True.
Yeah,
We are.
All right.
I mean, that's what you got to do.
So more. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. Exactly. All right. I should have had this prepared, but I did not. So we're going to the next award, which is going to be the most anticipated MMO.
Ooh. Okay, while you prepare, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
I just saw this video earlier of Ashes of Creation. I'm so hyped for that game. Like, I cannot wait until that game is out. Like, that's gonna be my WoW 2 or something. It's
Ashes of Creation announced not too long ago that their pre-alpha 2 will be playable towards the I think it was Q3 is what they said. I believe that's what they said. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but Q3 in 2024. So moving forward with their testing, and that's always good to see. Because indie MMOs are not easy to make, as many of us have seen. It's very daunting prospect.
I feel that game might be the Baldur's Gate 3 of MMOs.
Oh, really?
That's what I feel. Like I've been following the development of that game, and none other has caught my eye as much as this one did. But I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, it's they've got some interesting things going. I'm really like I have some reservations about the PvP, but I'm very excited about they have like like kind of a storytelling system that sounds like it could be really interesting. And if it's pulled off, I'm really excited about what they can do with it. Like it's kind of like a server story type thing. But we don't know that they're going to win the most anticipated MMO.
Yeah, sorry, just commenting.
No,
I
you're fine.
actually don't know the result.
You don't even know all the nominees.
I don't know where I am, dude. Like, just somebody put me here with a jacket. I don't
That's
know.
true. It's true. I put you here with a jacket. All right. Without further ado, let's find out who is the most anticipated MMO from this community.
Oops. Hello there.
So
that was amazing.
Yeah. I meant to announce the nominees first. Fuck it.
Okay.
We'd like to start by thanking Redbeard Flynn for even considering us for most anticipated MMO. It's surreal to go from an idea we were kicking around on streams to being selected by this community on a channel that we enjoy. As most folks know, we're a passion project that's currently staffed by close to 20 volunteers who all do this when they're not working day jobs, juggling family obligations, taking care of newborns, just trying to find time to sleep, or some combination of those things. It's a dream we believe in enough that on any given day, at any given hour, someone is working to will Monsters and Memories into existence. And it's not just been about making a game. This is a shared journey that we've been on with our community since before there was even a project name. You kept showing up to our streams and our Discord, and together we've kept grinding, bouncing ideas off each other, playing together, and making new friends, several of whom are now on the team. So thanks for voting for Monsters and Memories, and we thank you and our families, friends, and guildmates for your continued patience and support. We've got a ways to go, but this is a fun milestone, hopefully of many that we'll continue to share together.
My God.
So
that was great.
I bungled that because you were actually supposed to announce that one, Guybrush.
Oh well.
So I apologize, but that is a quote from the Monsters and Memories team who won the most anticipated MMO for this year. They were the nominees for the most anticipated MMO were Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, Ashes of Creation, EverQuest 3, which I did not expect to make it past the nomination rounds. It's barely confirmed. And Monsters and Memories. And I was very happy to see that there was a lot of passion in the voting for the winner. And there's all these games that were most anticipated. One of the things that stood out to me was that they beat out more established games that are coming from big publishers. Throne and Liberty didn't make it like their Chrono Odyssey, like games that are coming with like really incredible graphics, games that are coming with all kinds of like tons and tons of backing, or lots of money, like Star Citizen. None of those games made it into the nominee pool, and so it was a
That's awesome.
yeah, I think it was all these games were indie games. You know, every single one of the most anticipated MMOs that was in the announcement was an indie game. And I think that is a sign of where things are currently in the genre, where we're as fans looking towards indies that have like kind of like trying to make games that we want to play, and hoping that they come to fruition.
I'm gonna be checking out this game. I never heard about it. It looks pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun. They've come a very long way in everything
Mhm.
they've done. They are like they were saying in their response that they're volunteers. They've done a couple different
That's
stress
awesome.
tests recently, and more recently they did a 34-hour play test. A play test I actually got to play, and I played with Mitch Mannix, and it was a lot of fun. It was they're doing some really great things over there, in creating a game. It's very classic. And it is a very classically inspired game, very punishing game, very scary game. You saw in the video, I was running around naked because I didn't have my stuff because it was all my corpse. I screamed a lot when I was playing.
Seems an average Red Beer Flame
It's-
gameplay. Yeah.
Now I'm the one catching strays over here.
Yeah.
But I think, let's see.
And discovering new games over here. That's great.
Yeah, I'm actually going to change something up here.
Oh.
Because I think
Rigged.
it. No, well, our next award is supposed to be the best PvP MMO, but
Oh.
given that the nominees for the most anticipated MMO were all indie MMOs, I think it's important for us to celebrate the best indie MMO of the year. What do you think, Mr. Guybrush?
I mean, I agree. Let's do it.
All right. Let's celebrate the best indie MMO of the year as voted by you. And I will say that this is the only other time during the pre-watching for me, like when I watched MMOByte Stix and his video, where I got a little emotional. And I think you'll see why.
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Derek here from Pantheon Plus, and today I am proud to be here on the Scuffed Game Awards to announce the winner of the Indie MMO Game of the Year. Now there's a lot of good indie MMOs out there right now, and several that are worthy of the award, no doubt. But I'm proud to say that the winner is one that I feel is the most deserving and got my vote as well. So, without further ado, let's announce the Indie MMO Game of the Year on the Scuffed Game Awards is Embers Adrift by Stormhaven Studios. Congratulations to the team at Stormhaven, and go play Embers Adrift. It's a great game. Cheers.
Hey guys, John here, aka Drinden from Stormhaven Studios. I just want to thank you so much for voting Embers Adrift the Indie MMORPG of the Year. It means a heck of a lot to us. We're very honored and extremely grateful. I want to thank Scuffed Game Awards, Redbeard Flynn for making this possible. I also want to thank streamers who have helped us spread the word throughout the year. I want to thank publications that have followed our progress and spread the news about what we've been doing in the game. And I especially want to thank our community of players. We've had some great feedback from you throughout the year, and you've been extremely patient with us. So thank you so much. As we all know, Embers Adrift is not the same game as it was when we launched, and we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much. One of the best compliments that we've had this year from several different players is people coming into our Discord and saying, "Thank you so much for making Embers Adrift. I haven't had this much fun in years in MMOs, and I'm finally in a game where I'm making friends, and with those friends I'm making great memories." So again, one of the greatest compliments that we've received, and you've all made it so worth it. And to other indie MMOs that are in development, I want to encourage you, please keep going, keep struggling, keep developing, stick to your vision, work hard, and you'll get there. We're really excited to see your games come out and play them, so stick to it. I also want to say a word about the dedication and passion and tenacity of the team at Stormhaven Studios to overcome all the challenges that we've been able to overcome. They've stuck with it, and it's purely because they're a passionate group of people and they love MMOs. One of the things that we're excited about at Stormhaven Studios is offering players in the genre an option that doesn't include a cash shop or pay-to-win mechanics or any kind of microtransactions whatsoever. There aren't really any shortcuts in Embers Adrift except the ones that your friends help you through. So if you haven't tried Embers Adrift out, come and give us a shot. We have a unique fantasy world. We have classically inspired gameplay mechanics that do bring out some of those experiences that you may have felt back in 1999. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. We're really excited to go into 2024, make new friends, put out new content, and see Embers Adrift grow from there.
My God, that
It's
was amazing.
it really like I think I get like emotional when I see people's passion for things. And
Yeah.
so like I had to stop when I was watching
Oh my God.
Drinden's video because I was just like this is just it's great. And that's like it's very well deserved. Embers Adrift launched and they've been working hard. They've been pushing out content, pushing out changes, listening to their players. It's a very very well deserved award, and yeah, it's they absolutely deserve it, and I am honored and humbled that they would take the time to record the acceptance speech as well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you gotta respect the devs who respect players, listen to players, and no cash shop.
Yeah,
That you
no
see,
cash shop.
like that's amazing, and you know, just seeing the passion, how he's talking. Sorry, I was disconnected, I think, for a second there. Okay, I'm back. Just the passion, how he's talking about the project. You know, it's I love devs like this. It's just the way they describe their creation. It's amazing. I need to check out that game.
It shows me because game making when you really boil it down, it's art. It's a
Yeah.
form of art, but it's a very difficult form of art where you're
I
combining.
mean, it's insane.
Yeah, you're combining everything. You're combining visual art, you're combining sound, you're combining music, you're combining you know, storytelling, so many different things, and it's crazy and so overwhelming. And then you take that and you're like, let's make an MMO. And
I mean,
have
and
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go
Go
for
ahead. No, I'm just saying that a lot of devs might get discouraged because there's, you know, you put out a lot of work and sometimes the feedback is insanely brutal, you know, when you are developing something. And most people are not aware of this. And you know, I love that message of keep going, keep developing, keep making games, and eventually you will get there. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I really appreciated that call to other indie MMOs, especially in when they were nominated against some other really exciting and interesting indie MMOs as well. So, and ones that have been out for a while, like Albion Online, which many people don't even know anymore. It was an indie MMO. You know, it was a Kickstarter MMO. And you know, they were up against some very, very stiff competition and they came away with the victory here, the award, and it's like I said, it's very well deserved. They have pushed hard this year and it shows. I'm personally going to be trying out Embers Adrift since all of their changes next year. It's that and Fractured Online are two games that I'm very eager to try out.
You know, congratulations.
All right. So now we can circle back though. Now that we've had the little emotional moment, we can
Is
circle
that a
back.
roller coaster? Like, what's going on in this
That's-
award?
Hey, look, at least I don't have like crazy music coming in after every emotional speech, okay?
Oh my God! Yeah, like wrap it up, dude. Don't cry, don't get emotional over here.
But
Oh my
this
God.
next one, I have to say, this is the award for the best PvP MMO, and this is the presenter made me laugh out loud, and I think you'll see why. You ready for this one, Mr. Guybrush?
I am. PvP interesting. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's see who won the best PvP award. This one's surprising.
Hey everyone, I'm Desrin, and I'm pretty sure I've been chosen to announce this year's Scuffed Game Awards Best PvP MMO because Red is scared of an actual challenge. So, in his stead, I'll be introducing the people's favorite when it comes to the art of PKs and big Ws. And when it comes to the best player-to-player action, the people have chosen the winner to be Dark Age of Camelot, where the PvP was so good, games would be stealing their ideas for decades to come. Congratulations to this year's winner. You are, well, the winner. Because it's competition, you know, PvP. Dark Age of Camelot is not the one that I thought would win that award. But it's a game that has been going for ages, but it does have some of the most compelling and interesting PvP of any game I've ever played. I believe they were the first game that had a realm versus realm versus realm PvP. So 3 factions against each other. And it's a way that helps with a lot with balancing that you've actually seen for as Desrin said, copied by other games since then. It was I didn't get to play a ton of DAOC, but yeah, it's still going. It's under Broadsword Games, the same company that is in charge of Ultima Online, another great PvP game, as well as more recently Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's interesting.
That's interesting. And judging from the comments, people are saying that it's still, they are using references of that game to in today's games. I'm gonna be honest, never heard about this game, never seen any footage. I saw the pixels right now.
Yeah, I will say
it does look old.
I will say some of these older games it's a little difficult to get some footage. I don't have.
I bet. I was just thinking about that. Yeah. Like, oh my god, how do you even get a trailer? Yeah. Or is some machinima?
Let's just say it was a lot easier for Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
I bet.
But yeah, no, it's a very well deserved award, and it is a building block PvP game, and it's one of those games where I think it's like that is for a lot of people that is the focus is the PvP. As long as it's been out, I think it was one of a strange thing for it. That's it's interesting. I remember when I loaded up the AOC for the very first time years and years and years and years ago. I was really surprised that they had cloaks because that was something that EverQuest didn't have. And I was like, this is cool. It's just a
like cloaks that move around.
Swing. Yeah, it was just. Really...
Oh my god, the technology! It's insane.
But yeah, it was very interesting.
Like,
and
many games don't have that nowadays. That's insane.
Yeah.
You know what surprises me? Games like this, I'm assuming it's like big battles, right? And it's like
sieges,
many players.
Yeah.
Still to this day, it's very hard to nail a PvP world PvP with many players without having server issues, lag.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me. If this game did it back then, and still other companies are not able to replicate that nowadays, is okay. Like I don't know where we're going. Like
I think it's interesting where like there's like so Guild Wars 2 and Elder Scrolls Online are probably the ones that most people think of with big size battles now. But they definitely do it. They do it in slightly different ways, and than what DAOC used to do. And I remember like I went into a DAOC RVRVR realm versus realm versus realm thing, and I think I enjoyed it so much. That was part of what made me want to play Warhammer, which was made by the same company anyway. Sadly, Warhammer didn't last. Actually, DAOC has outlasted Warhammer, but a lot of what people were saying was with DAOC when you had the 3 factions, that's what was so important to the PvP, and Warhammer had 2, so it kind of fell flat a little bit.
all right.
Yeah, but also
I wish I did more PvP, but yeah.
Well, maybe in Season of Discovery, we'll take you into a battleground.
Don't get me started with that. Like, I just went to do. I tried to do PvP earlier. I keep getting pre-mates and steamrolled. That's fine.
Yeah, you are level 25, so makes sense. Thank you, Desrin, who for the announcement as well and roasting me. I I appreciated it. Desrin is one of those unassuming people who's very nice, and then you just randomly get this like this harshness, and it's fantastic. Like it takes you by surprise. And so like while I was watching his announcement, and it made me freaking laugh. It was fantastic. Exactly, Carton. All right. So we haven't read any in a while, and we're getting close to the very last bit of announcements. We have 2 more announcements plus the Player Choice Award. Viewer's Choice. Viewer's Choice, so that I can kind of like say it right now. I'm posting it in the YouTube chat right now. It is for you right now. It is your vote for whatever games are on this, like every game. So you are going DAOC against Ember's Drift, against EverQuest, against basically everything. Baldur's Gate 3. It is your choice, and it's a vote that began at the beginning of the show and will end right before we end, and then we'll announce the winner then. So if you go vote now, you can it should be a pinned comment on Twitch. If it's not, there's the link, and go vote in the Viewers Choice Awards. The next couple we have the PvE Award and the Old MMO Award of the Year. Thank you, Mr. Guybrush, for pinning that. But let's read some of the last community submitted things of what makes an RPG and an MMO special.
All right, let's go. A story. Yeah, I am the guy that keeps up with all of the stories about factions and people, and get tied to games that way. Even when I play things like NBA 2K, I get heavy into a roleplay idea in my head and think of a story to go with my player throughout their career. That's amazing. That's amazing, and shows how every game can be an RPG. Excuse me.
I will say, NBA 2K has stats. It has player customization. It has a story that they have a story.
Okay.
They actually have an RPG mode. I don't know that's necessarily what was being referred to here as much as like a player created self story, like their own story. Yeah, I know that sounded familiar, right, Jay? I kind of there's some of these submissions without the name. I still knew who they were, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see, and it does kind of tie into the whole thing about story and story being very important to RPGs. I'm actually gonna read a couple RPG ones real quick.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
First, we have the feeling of starting out as a nobody and turning into a god slayer while exploring and interacting with the world.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Right?
That's so true.
Like that is
Like, oh my god.
yeah.
The feeling of starting getting your gear, getting like your first cool gear, your piece of armor that has some bonus that actually does something. Let it be in Baldur's Gate or World of Warcraft or any other game that you can equip anything. And by the end of it, you are feeling like a badass. That's a good one.
Exactly. Like it really fits. All right, so we also got immersion, feeling transported to another world and being a bigger part of it. I think a lot of the reason many of us are drawn to the genre is a mixed sense of wonder and purpose. It's cool to feel powerful and capable. It's even cooler in a world you've never seen before. Like those two tied together really well.
Yeah. Like exploring a world for the first time, really, that you get those tingles in your stomach, like, oh my god, what's over there? What's over here? Let me explore that. Let me die in this cave.
I die in a lot of caves.
let me pet this spider. Probably it's friendly.
Every spider is friendly. They're all friendly. They're just a little. Their hugs are aggressive. They have eight hands to hug you with, so it's a very aggressive hug.
Yeah.
You want to
read?
You want to read a couple?
MMOs or
let's finish out RPGs first.
Sure. Being able to level up and crush enemies that once gave me problems. Oh, that's so true. Or grind to be able to beat enemies that give me trouble. Yeah. Haven't you done that? Like you level up. I don't know. Like I remember back in WoW. Sorry, I keep mentioning WoW, but that's the experience I got. I'm sorry. Like I would have trouble with this one enemy that it kept killing me in the barrens or whatever, and then I'm level 40, come back and just this is for all times, and you kill it. Nobody sees it, and you're feeling good about it.
I think a lot of people. That's why when you think of MMOs, and a lot of the places that have agnostic leveling systems, like Elder Scrolls Online, they get somewhat frustrated with that because you can't do that because that enemy that gave you trouble probably still gives you trouble no matter what level you are.
Because it's like scales or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
All right, you want to read another RPG one?
An RPG? All right. The curated characters compared to MMOs, the characters in RPGs stand out as the main difference since both kind of games can go above and beyond with the war lore.
Yeah. It's like the whole there's that theme of like basically your character growing in multiple ways, I think, in the RPG.
Yeah.
This next one I've got two more RPG ones to read, and this next one's really cool, I think. I love to fully immerse myself in an RPG, living a life among magical creatures, dragons, and fantasy realms. Extra points if I can build both platonic and romantic relationships in the game. I also enjoy making my own characters. As much as I appreciate origin stories, sorry, Geralt, creating my own character is so much fun. Just a little bit of like shade thrown at Witcher 3 there. Sounds like a huge fan of Baldur's Gate 3, honestly.
Honestly, the romanceable stuff, romances, it's such a side question, let's say, but you get so attached to the characters that you are going with. I don't know. As a new player of RPGs, I find that pretty cool. Like I'm feeling like, I don't know, for example, I don't know, in Baldur's Gate, like once you romance somebody, you feel more close to them, and you are feeling like I don't want them to die or like to suffer in the battle. I don't know. You can get this parasocial thing going on, but
it even goes all the way back to. So if you go back to one of the games that Vulkan talked about, Final Fantasy X, right? You didn't actually romance any characters, right? Except like you had the built-in romance. You had the story. With
Rails romance.
Yeah, with your character and that, and so like, and I think it adds another element of realness that I think it makes it. And I like that this person, when they said both the platonic and romantic relationships as well, because I'm thinking like my playthrough, like when I thought of like Gale was not my romance partner in the playthrough, but I cared about Gale. Gale was my buddy. And like, I really cared about what happened to Gale, and that's a lot of that comes down to how things are written, how the characters are written and everything like that. But you being part of that, I think, is a huge thing.
Yeah.
which I think works very well with this last one about RPGs from Jeff C. I believe, if I am not mistaken, Jeff C was also the one who talked about jiggle physics at the
Ooh.
outset, I think.
Based opinions. Okay, let's see.
The ability to transport yourself into another world and experience something not possible and live your fantasy life how you want. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I can argue with that. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to finish? Are you done with RPGs? I'm not actually sure.
I am done. Yeah.
Okay.
Those were all the RPGs quotes. Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
I like them.
We've got a couple more MMO ones. We'll save that. I think it's time for another award. What do you say?
Sure, let's do it. Which one?
Why do I say this before I have it set up? Is that part
I
of
mean, which one is it? The category? I will
PvE.
ramble while you. PvE. Oh my god,
yeah.
PvE, amazing. Raiding, dungeons, leveling. Dude, you got it all. I don't know which games do this the best. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Review.
This is a. I'll let the video speak for itself.
All right.
Hello, my friends. My name's Mitch Mannix, and I come to you with the reveal for this year's Another Scuffed Game Awards winner of the title of the Best PvE MMO. Which MMO did you relish in endless enjoyment, and which descended into yet another slog dragging your face along the floor? Well, now we find out, with the nominees being EverQuest, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, and Guild Wars 2. And with that, the winner of Best PvE MMO for 2023 is EverQuest. A title that for fans of the Redbeard channel I'm sure needs no introduction, and a game that recently kicked my arse so bad, astronomers have recently started researching my arse for a potential site of a new black hole. Congratulations to EverQuest. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the show. Mitch Mannix out.
Thank you all for voting us PvE MMO of the Year. We are overjoyed that above all the other contenders you chose us. We are very proud by all of the attention and time you've given us over the years. Thank you, and we'll see you in Norath.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they actually responded to my response for or my request for them to accept
That's
the award.
crazy.
So that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's any surprise to anyone who's a fan of my channel at all, because EverQuest is where my content started, and the most engaged people in the community seem to have voted in overwhelming numbers for EverQuest. That's that's not very surprising. But I also want to pause here to say thank you to Mitch Mannix for taking the time to essentially take our jobs, because that was better than anything I've created so far for these videos.
That was a very good video. Yeah.
If you don't
That was
follow
amazing.
Mitch Mannix yet, there's your sign to go follow Mitch Mannix. And I also want to do a quick hearty congratulations to Mitch, because Mitch Mannix just got their 100,000 subscriber plaque.
Oh my god.
For hitting 100,000 subscribers, I think about a month ago on their channel. So congratulations on 100,000 subscribers for Mitch Mannix. And thank you for.
That's amazing. Congrats.
And I played EverQuest. Mitch Mannix did a video on EverQuest, and I played with Mitch, and I don't think Mitch will ever go back to EverQuest ever again. I think that he has been scarred.
Oh my god.
Because
I'm gonna be honest with you, I had never ever heard about EverQuest until I met you. I'm sorry, but you won't shut up about EverQuest. It's like this Battle of Water. Yeah, in EverQuest we got Battle of Waters too. Like, they're very cool.
I mean, well, actually,
I'm sorry, but it's true.
No, it's milk in EverQuest. Thank you very much.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
You get flasks of milk or skins of milk.
Like, it's getting to the point where I want to try the game. Like, okay, I'm gonna join the cult.
That's kind of like that. That's a sign of like that MMO that like really like
it has like the very first, like not necessarily the first MMO, because I think you and I had a similar experiences, Guybrush, but the one that sits in as your like the first impression. 'Cause, you know, you played Final Fantasy 11 first, and then WoW. But WoW was the one that like had like the staying power. For me, it was Ultima Online, and then it was EverQuest. And EverQuest, like,
Gotcha.
yeah, very, very interesting how that works out. But I mean, I've been playing it for years, so it makes sense.
You're still playing it?
Yeah, I played it a couple days ago.
Oh my god. Okay, you nerd. No wonder you are not raiding with us. You're too busy over there.
Look, I'm
on our
level
quest.
22, 23 and WoW. I'm and I was putting this show together, Guybrush.
Okay. True. Okay,
There we
you
go.
gotta
Yeah,
pass.
see?
Sorry, one more question. Is EverQuest like subscription based?
So EverQuest has multiple different ways to play. There's a free emulator server that's officially recognized by EverQuest called P99. That's like the most hardcore version of it. And there's also now one called Project Quarm, I believe. And then there's a free to play version of EverQuest, which is like the majority of its servers. And then there's a subscription based one, which is actually like servers like Season of Discovery. So Season of Discovery is
Okay.
like all these like this different take on the game. That's kind of what a lot of the progression servers are now. They used to be just like more like WoW Classic, but lately they've done stuff like adding in like encounter locking, which wasn't there, or they actually had a server that was level locked, kind of like WoW was. Yeah, so it's that's kind of how it works out. So there's variety of ways.
I might try someday. I will hit you up and
It's
you tell
slow,
me
okay?
among those
Like I need
thing.
need a
It's okay. I like grinding and shit.
okay. Like
So
it's
it's fine.
I think that was when I was talking about Mitch and his attempt at EverQuest. He played it by himself first, which I think is a
Ah.
mistake. You need a
Oh,
guide.
okay.
You need an EverQuest guide. And I think
Somebody to
people are,
carry you.
yeah, not even carry, just someone to prevent you from spending 8 hours grinding in the wrong place, essentially,
Oh my god.
and getting
Okay.
no levels and dying a lot.
All right.
All
Well, I
right.
know who my guide is gonna be.
It's gonna be Mitch Mannix.
Oh.
But I also, again, I want to say thank you to Mitch for announcing it, but also thank you to Jennifer Chan, Jen Chan, from the head of Daybreak, for taking the time to write an award speech, like our award acceptance speech. I was blown away that they even responded, and I'm very appreciative of it. So thank you to Daybreak, thank you to Jen Chan, and that's really appreciated. And congratulations to them on winning PvE MMO of the Year. We've got one award left, not including two if you count the viewer's choice, which you can vote for if you haven't already. I haven't checked the vote, so I have no idea what's going on with it. But there's the vote, just in case. It's pinned in Twitch. It is now in YouTube chat. Let's read like two more each for MMOs before we announce the last winner.
Okay, I'm kind of lost on which ones I have read or not. I'm just gonna go with the end so that
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, that
sure
makes
that I
sense.
haven't read those. Okay. You are never really done. They are always ongoing with new people to meet or just watch. Yeah, true. I mean, MMOs are by their nature always something going on. So
Yeah.
you are never done with anything. True. There is always something to log on, and even now in World of Warcraft, for example, level 25, there is always something to do. Always.
Yeah.
Or if you get things done supposedly, then you create an ult and do something else, and that goes with any MMO probably. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Yeah, we read
Okay.
Okay. Which actually, I mean, wait, are you reading the? Shoot, you reading the last one, or the last one in yours?
I read the last one, but I'm going,
Okay, I see.
2019
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's scuffed. I love the combination of lore, strategy, skill, puzzle solving, and teamwork to overcome obstacles in the game.
Oh yeah, true. Like, I mean, if you don't work together with people, like, how are you gonna do PvE?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to read
It's-
two more.
And by the way, sorry, I feel like those skills translate into real life and vice versa, you know? Like, let's say you are leading a raid or something like that. That skill will serve you in real life, you know? If you get any position of management or anything like that. Like people underestimate how much games can help you out with actual skills in real life. Excuse me.
Anyone who's led a raid knows what that how useful that is. It's hurting cats.
Wait, what?
It's hurting cats.
What do you mean?
You've never heard that saying before?
No, what is that?
Okay. Pause with me. Imagine a cat. Imagine a lot of cats. And imagine trying to get them all in a room.
Oh my god, yeah, that's wild. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yep. Okay, so I want to read 2 more, and then if you have one that you want to read, we'll end with yours.
You go first, or I go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
So I want to read. It's hard to pick, honestly. So honestly, there's over 400 total responses to these questions. 400 responses just to these questions, not votes, actual written responses. So 1, thank you very much, and 2, I can't read them all out, but thank you so much for the responses. So here, let's go. MMOs brought my brother and I much closer. We gained several friends that quickly turned into lifelong friendships that mean more to me than the games we played. I think that's pretty much not necessarily a universal thing, but I think it's a thing that a lot of people feel when they play MMOs specifically, because it really does foster a lot of those relationships, lifelong friendships and things like that.
Yeah, I'm about to read mine because it connects also
Sure.
with what we just read. There were once a space for those who struggle to socialize to come together and actually meet like-minded people. Like, we have been seeing this, a lot of opinions that basically are in the same vibe line, that people struggle with things, they come in here, have a good time, meet people that are like them, and, they feel better. They feel like they get these memories together, and and friendships forever. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it really is. That's one of the things that it just does differently. It fosters that space to do it.
I feel like for a while, like 2010 or something, like the MMO genre kind of decayed for a while in there. I feel like we're living a renaissance of MMOs.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but suddenly more people feel interested, and
I mean, all you have to do is look at New World when it launched, hit almost 1 million players in the first week, and then Lost Ark hit 1.3 million. There are people interested. I think. I mean, this is too long. Didn't read of it because I made a video that called "How WoW Killed MMOs."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And basically, what it boiled down to was, it wasn't necessarily WoW as much as everyone trying to copy it, and how at the same time it also redefined what was considered success. So pre that, 500,000 players was incredible, and then WoW came in, and that's not enough. And so you had games shutting that had like peaks of like 800,000 people. Like, so it's I think now, because we've kind of been in, and this is a little bit of optimism talking, we've been kind of like a dark ages for MMOs for a while, where a lot of them have closed, a lot have been canceled, and we're kind of in a place where I think MMOs are targeting markets and less targeting WoW's audience. So you have MMOs that are like trying to find their market, which is actually what works better in RPGs and basically every other genre. They don't try and always like target the largest possible, but they target the group that is most likely to be engaged and interested. And I think you're onto something with it, saying a renaissance, because I think that might be what's happening, because could be. I mean, that is optimism, but speaking of all this nostalgia, though,
hopefully, I'm ready to lose my life over a game. I'm ready.
Yeah. I've got a couple. I've got a couple in mind, and hopefully by that time I'll be full time. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. A lot of trouble.
Okay.
But should we end with the last predetermined award for the year?
Sounds good.
This
Which
is again bad name. Old MMO of the year.
Oof.
The old
All right, Ren.
MMO. Look, I shouldn't be left alone to my devices sometimes, okay?
Next year, we're gonna proofread all of this, okay? Call your wife before publishing any of this, okay?
That's actually very fair. All right. Without further ado, it's our last pre-decided award to end the night out before the viewer's choice. Vote for the viewer's choice.
Thank you, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here. And I gotta tell you, it's been a good year to be an old school MMO fan. Am I right? With nominations like EverQuest, EverQuest 2, Old School RuneScape, World of Warcraft, I tell you what, we're getting older, but these old school gems just keep getting sweeter. Am I right? But what old MMO wins the 2023 Old MMO of the Year here for the Scuffed Game Awards? Oh, there it is! Yeah!
We here at EverQuest are honored to be receiving this award for Old MMO of the Year. We're an oldie, but a goodie. We'd like to thank all of you, our fans, for accepting the call for this crazy adventure we call EverQuest. Here's to another 25 more years.
Oh my god, I love that that presentation.
That is your content
That was
creator of
epic.
the year, the real Nathan Napalm.
Oh my god, I loved it. I love the sizes of everything. Anyway, congrats, congrats, EverQuest.
Congratulations to EverQuest, and again they gave me responses to the awards that they were nominated for, and I was very thankful that they took the time. I felt a little called out with the old,
But they were like for another 25 years.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Old.
They're like, yeah, fine.
We'll give you
Calls old. Redbeard Flynn calls old. But yeah, no, I don't think it was exactly shocking to see that they would win. But given the nature of the channel, but I do want to point out that that's kind of the point. Like normally, if you would have seen those names up there, right? You would have seen those names up there. Who's gonna win in a full 100% population vote? Probably going to be World of Warcraft.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have said so. Yeah.
There have been if there was a takeaway for me watching this, it was that it was some feeling good about doing it in the first place because games that do get underrepresented got to win against games that are normally more represented, games that win more awards or are more well known. So that was at least cool to see. Unless of course it was Baldur's Gate 3 winning RPG of the year, but that was kind of expected.
Yeah, if anything, I'm getting curious about all these games. Like, it's interesting because back in the day, I was looking for an alternative for World of Warcraft, and all these names never came to my search or my recommendations. I don't know what's up with that.
There was a lot of around There's a lot of great games right around the time World of Warcraft launched too. Like Star Wars Galaxies was a fantastic game. And then you had games later that launched that had a lot of potential, like Warhammer Online, and Rift. There's a bunch of games that tried and
Oh
then
yeah, I
just
remember Rift. Yeah.
never made it. Lord of the Rings Online was someone will correct me in chat, but 2008, I think, something like that.
Is it still active,
Yeah,
Lotro? Yeah, yeah,
I
it
played it
is.
not too long ago. Captain Daikyo and I are gonna play it later. Not tonight. I'm tired. But
How do you find time to play all this? Excuse me, like,
I don't.
are you Naruto? You clone yourself or something?
don't
What's going on
sleep.
here?
I
Oh my
don't
god.
sleep. We did a run through of this, which you can tell by how well it's gone, everybody, at 3 a.m. for me.
Oh yeah, true, guys, true.
Yeah.
This guy over here is a real MVP. Like
No,
he
not at all.
he put so much work on this. Anyway, we're not over yet, but at the end, I would like to have a few words.
Oh god. We have a little bit of time left, but I think the viewer's choice. I think we have a winner.
Oh.
It's. I just looked at the winner, y'all. Okay. Before we announce the
Right.
winner, how's Steve? Steve doing okay?
We haven't heard from Steve in a while. I'm concerned. I don't know.
Do we need a final check-in with Steve?
We should. Last we heard, he was in Times Square. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
I wonder if he's still there. I don't know.
All right.
Call Steve for us, Mr. Guybrush.
Steve, live here from the studio. Can you give us an update on your situation, Steve? Yes, Red Beer Fling and Mr. Guybrush. I didn't know I had to be over there, but anyway, I'm reporting live from my mother's basement. I have asked millions of people what their opinion was on the Game Awards. They seem to have loved it. The winners have won. By the way, apparently I have been an intern here. I'm not sure what's that about. I probably need to ask about my payment. Guys, let me know because this is very concerning. I had to tell my mom too. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Steve live from my mother's basement, and see you next year. Bye. Back to you. All right, Steve. Thank you.
He knows he's not getting paid, right? Like,
I don't know how somebody snitched over here that he's okay, guys. What would you tell Steve? What the
yeah,
hell?
like come on, y'all.
Anyway.
Like, we had a good thing going. Come on. Okay, well,
Poor
moving on.
Steve.
Moving on. So final
I mean,
votes
he's
are coming
probably
in.
playing WoW in the mother's basement. It's fine. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be more fine if he was playing EverQuest in his mother's basement.
I mean, true. That's true. Okay.
Should we announce the winner of the Viewers' Choice Awards?
Let's do it.
Okay, I have no graphics.
You
for
have to
this.
do it though, not me.
Yeah.
I don't have that info.
Oh no, I want you to do it. Just guess.
Oh, guess? Let me go through the list. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm curious. Okay, guess what the winner would be, Guybrush. Of all the games that are out.
This is a crazy list.
It is
I don't
a crazy
know.
list. Like I said, sometimes I shouldn't be left alone to my own devices.
Like I feel like okay, I'm gonna put them in my position of somebody who usually watches your videos. Let's EverQuest. Okay, surprise.
Okay.
Millions of people probably voted EverQuest. I'm gonna go with
Millions of people have voted for the winner of the Viewer's Choice, which is. Can I get a drum roll? Let me check.
Oh my god. Scuffed.
Lord of the Rings Online is the Viewer's Choice Award. Yep. Lord of the Rings Online won the Viewer's Choice Award.
We had the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We just talked about it.
That's kind of crazy. That is very, very interesting to see that they won. Congratulations to Lord of the Rings Online, the sound noise presenter, content creator, Asmongold
presenting, Josh Strife Hayes, I don't know, someone.
Wait, Gandalf is coming to pick up the award. Maybe.
Sir Ian McKellen will
It's
be
not-
with us shortly to accept the award. But no, this is your award. Those of you watching right now, the voting was basically from the start of this show till the end. So you chose Lord of the Rings Online for your your viewers' game of the year for us. Thank you all, everyone who
There
did
you go.
vote. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who did come to this award show. This is nuts. I had no idea how this would go. But
This was a lot of fun.
I had a fantastic time. I really did.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, so many games I would like to check out after this.
Yeah,
I'm
and
very curious.
if there's one thing I could say is check out the content creators that presented. Check out all the
Yeah, of
content
course.
creators. There are a lot of great content creators. And check out the games. There's been a lot of fantastic games up here. See if they're for you. There's a lot of ones in like RPGs, the survival games, the MMOs. There's a lot of them that are all deserving. And keep in mind that those that did get to the nomination, they all are deserving of praise just for getting there. They went through kind of a gauntlet of votes where we received hundreds and hundreds of votes for nominations. So, and a lot of those nominations were very razor thin, and some of the votes were razor thin for the award winner too. So all of these award winners are very, very deserving, and just thank you so much. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the nominees, and thank you all so much for being here. I am overwhelmed with appreciation.
And I
Thank
want
you
to
my
say,
host, who I'm
wait,
totally looking at right
hold
now.
that thought. Hold that thought. Yeah, I'm looking at you too.
Okay.
I would like to say thank you so much for like, you know, when we're watching. I think as gamers, probably a lot of you might feel recognized with this. When you watch the mainstream game awards and you are like, I haven't played that game. I played this other game. I feel like Red here has put a platform for these people, you know, for people who feel like their game is not there, and you have given the choice to many people to put their game in there, and being able to say, hey, I'm playing this game still in 2023. And you have, guys, you have no idea how much effort this guy has put into this. Like, I'm here last minute putting 5 random clips and putting my face, but Red Beer has been like doing a heavy work. So please, like, thank you, Red, for putting this together, and thank you for letting me be a part of it, because it was a lot of fun. And you know, it got me like creative things. It got me like creating, which for a long time I haven't done. Like, those little clips were a lot of fun to do. It was because you gave me an inspiration, so I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm humbled to be here with all of you. I don't know. Hopefully next year we could do it again.
I mean, as long as I don't replace you with Steve, then
yeah, Steve
Steve's
is
cheaper
like,
than you are.
he's cheaper. He's not that reliable. He might step onto a cable or something. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
no, I want to say thank you, a special thank you to to Guybrush, because honestly, like I was nervous. I was this is a lot, honestly. Not necessarily like thank you for the kind words, but a lot because it's live. So I was nervous about that. And having Guybrush here, and Guybrush's humor, and Guybrush, I mentioned at in the backstage portion of this while Guybrush was still streaming, that I think Guybrush made the show 40% better in the last 2 days. Like, all the clips that he created, the world premiere that he created. Like, I think
was
that
boggers, man.
it was boggers. It was so much fun, and doing it with a co-host, a friend of mine, was so worth it. But thank you also for everyone who's here. Thank you everyone who's been watching, who voted, everyone who voted you know, in the month and a half that voting was open, anyone who shared anything. I'm just very appreciative of everything, and thank you all so much. And yeah, we I guess we can go ahead and just announce that, yeah, I plan to do this again next year, because I don't know why. I want to do
awesome.
more. And as long as, I mean, I'm not putting you on the spot here, but Guybrush, if you want to be my co-host next year, I would love to have you back.
I mean, yeah, is Steve gonna be there?
I don't know if Steve's going to be there. We'll have to talk. We'll have to talk with HR.
Okay.
We might be in trouble.
We'll see, though. We'll see. I don't know. I have an issue with Steve. Steve might come back for revenge or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm down. It's, if I'm available, if I'm still alive by then, sure, let's do it.
All right.
I'm down. It was a lot of fun.
We don't have any crazy ending or anything, so I think we'll.
It's scuffed, so
it's scuffed. Yeah. So I think we should end. For those who didn't get to see it, should we end with the world premiere again?
Ooh.
I think that'd be.
Oh wait, is it the same?
No. Yes, it's the same.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, wait, hold on.
No, I didn't do it too. I'm tired. I didn't make a
Okay. I was like, damn.
All right.
Yeah, I thought, like, if we ever get, imagine like 2040, the Scuffed Game Awards is not Scuff anymore. Coca-Cola is a sponsor. Like, we need to put the best trailers at the end. I don't know why they don't do that. Like, the best trailer, like, hold on, one more thing, guys. Boom. Elden Ring 5, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, why? Anyway.
Maybe I should have just like, I should have made one for Dragon Age 4. That would have been
oh my
perfect. All right. Let's do the let's do one more world premiere to end the show. I'll be ending the YouTube and we'll raid off in Twitch after the show. So as soon as the trailer's over, YouTube will end. But thank you everybody over on YouTube. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry I've seen some of your chats, but I've missed a lot of it. I know that LOO is there. LOO representing Ember's Drift. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's roll the world premiere.
Right, let's bye everybody.
World premiere.